So after the second break, we'll go to Coach Mueller's interview.
KWPC, K236CF Muscatine. Available everywhere you go. Download our free mobile app, voiceofmuscatine.com. Download it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the time that we've all been waiting.
Muscatine High School Community Stadium here in the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. It's homecoming 2018 as the Muscatine Muskies take on the Iowa City Little Hawks. Iowa City High Little Hawks first week of District 6 play here as we are celebrating homecoming. Had a great parade last night. Joel Krause are sitting in for Brian Bussell this evening. Brian's got the night off. Chuck Van Heck joining me for some Muscatine High School football. Chuck, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Control.
Welcome back to Muscatine High School, the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. Joel Krause, Chuck Van Heck, bringing you live Muscatine Muskie football tonight. Homecoming 2018, the Muscatine Muskies against the City High Little Hawks. You know, and Chuck, coming into this game, coming into the season, there were some question marks with Muscatine. There was a lot of unknown, a lot of young players going to get their chance. Here we are 4 games in. Muscatine's 3-1, and they've shown some real positives, and this is a team to reckon with in this district.
Real fun team to watch, pretty well balanced, and the guys have done a great job. Johnston last week was a tough opponent. It'll be interesting to see how we bounce back tonight.
Yeah, good to have that kind of non-district opponent coming in from Central Iowa and Johnston, a very big physical offensive line, wanting to run the ball, much like what we'll talk with City High in a little bit. But just going over the balance of the Muskies, Carson Orr leading the way at the quarterback position with a 61% completion percentage. He's 71 for 116, averaging 9.5 yards per completion, only 2 interceptions to go along with 4 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 117.9. His big play receiver is Eli Gay, the young sophomore who's actually 3rd in Class 4A in receptions this year.
He's a fantastic young receiver. He can really move. He's fun to watch. And a great thing for Carson to have at any down almost.
And it's nice that you have a passing game that can create space for the running game and a running game that also complements the passing game. Tim Nimley, another sophomore at the running back position, 97 carries on the season for 484 yards, averaging right at 5 yards per carry with 3 touchdowns. And again, just another breakaway back who's also a sophomore.
Right. And that's the thing about the Muskies. It's very well balanced. You know, Muscatine is thought to be a passing machine, you know. But when you look at the statistics, it's about even between rushing and passing. And it's tough for an opponent to defense that. So I think that's been a great asset for the Muskies this year.
And we saw some new wrinkles last week against Johnston, a wildcat package where Eli Gay is actually taking the ball directly from center, some unbalanced line. Always interesting to see what Coach Mueller has drawn up. He always has a few little tweaks, some formation challenges that makes him very hard to prepare for as an opponent. And, the defensive side of the ball, Coach D.J. Hawkins and his staff really growing and really playing solid defense. That was really the hallmark of this Muscatine team the first 3 games of the season.
Right. We won the 3 games, but it wasn't by really any wide margins. So defensively, they played really well. And, again, I think we complemented each other. We all know that Jake Mueller is one of the best offensive minds around.
Yeah.
And comes up with those things like you talk about, throwing a wildcat or double passes or whatever. It's fun to watch him play. And DJ is just an intense, tough defensive coach and wants everybody to get after it. And hopefully that's what happens this evening.
Well, one of the things that's really been a key for Muscatine is the defensive line and the linebacker play. Seniors Will Zillig and Brendan Broders doing an outstanding job as interior linebackers with youngsters like Dalen Shelengowski, Sean Brown, some other folks working in there, Tim Nimley as well playing outside linebacker. But the real factor for this defense has been the defensive line. Tony Nitzel, Toga Disa, or TD as we like to call him,
right,
and Dalton Sell. Those 3 and 4 rotating defensive linemen really have wreaked some havoc early part of this season.
And that's going to be the key tonight, I think, because City High, they want to do one thing, shove the football down your throat. And if you can stop that, you got a pretty good chance to beat them. So that inside territory tonight is going to be hard fought and battled out, and hopefully we come out on top.
We're going to take another 2-minute break. You're listening to the Uptown Motors broadcast booth in the Affordable Metal Manufacturing pregame show. When we come back, we'll have a little pregame interview with Muscatine head football coach Jake Miller here on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC.
Community National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight, or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store, proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
My hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise. Au revoir!
Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
CBI Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Mania program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
So Coach Jake Mueller here with us in the Affordable Metal Manufacturing pregame show. Jake, you got a first game of district play, and we're looking forward to a game against City High. When you see on film, what have you seen from City High going into this game?
They're a very tough team, hard-nosed, physical, play really, really hard, just as you would expect from a City High team to be.
They have a couple of players who are pretty explosive in the run and receiving game. When you see that on film, what are some things you work on in the week? Is it a tackling thing? Is it an assignment thing, or a combination of everything?
Yeah, it's a combination of everything, really. They've got some skill position kids that have some explosiveness to them, so we've got to make sure we have really good open field tackling, and then we got to be physical because their offensive line, they get after pretty good.
And with the success you've had in the first part of the season here, 3-1 coming into district play, what are some things that you've seen that you're building upon? How has your team responded as the season's gone moving forward?
Well, I'd like to see us take a little bit bigger step each week than what we've been taking. So, hopefully tonight we play a clean, crisp football game where we limit our mistakes and just continue to progress. We got a mix of upperclassmen and inexperienced kids, and it's been a slower process than I would like. But I hope that tonight we can start to see some of our mental mistakes start to decrease. We know they're going to happen at some point, but we just want to continue to see us play a little more cleaner game each week, and hopefully tonight we can do that. And just really looking forward to a great night of football.
Coach, thanks so much for spending time with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So Coach Jake Mueller spending time with us up here in the Affordable Metal Manufacturing pregame show. And, Chuck, talking about City High, talking about those explosive plays. They've had kind of feast or famine this season. They've had 2 games where they've scored over 30 points, and they've had 2 games where they've been shut out. So really, they either get a lot or they get a little.
Well, they've played 2 really outstanding football teams in Cedar Falls and Ames. Those are the teams that shut them out. And then they beat Liberty, and last week they beat Hempstead 23-22. So real close games. So we know that they can score some points, but again, this will be a test for us. I think what Jake wants to see is how much we've improved from that loss last week.
Yeah, and I think the thing that lost last week is there was a lot of opportunity to teach from that film. There were some really big offensive linemen and defensive linemen for Johnston, and we don't need to talk too much about it, but they have a Division I skill position player in Aaron Coleman who's heading to North Dakota State, and we saw some of the dynamic things that they could do offensively. City High, a little bit a similar approach, a team that's going to spread you out to run the ball, but let's talk a little bit about Malik Kimber, who's got 8 catches for 185 yards. He's averaging 23.1 yards per catch. He's got a long of 63 yards on the year, and he also is averaging 17 yards per carry with like 7 jet sweep type plays. So
I think he's the one guy, I don't think they have hardly anybody else that's caught a pass. So I think we can gang up on him and certainly be aware of where he's at all the time for that sweep. And I think we can take care of that.
Yeah, they've only attempted so Rafe Hamilton, their starting quarterback, who's a sophomore, 6'3", 205 pounds, has only attempted 38 passes on the season, and he's only completed 15. He's got a 39.5% completion percentage, which that can be deceiving. Like you mentioned, they played 2 really good teams. Cedar Falls, a team that's expected to compete for the Dome, as well as Ames in that little Cy-Hawk game between City High and Ames. But one of the things that I know talking with Coach a little bit before our interview is that tackling is going to be key for the Muskies tonight and limiting the big plays.
I think if we eliminate the big play, we'll be in good shape because they have to grind it out down the field. Like I say, they're going to throw a little bit, but they don't want to. And we've got to be careful not to sneak up there too close and let them get a big play. But once we establish what we're going to do, I think we can handle this football game. But it's not going to be easy.
One of the things, too, in the Muskies is cleaning up some things on special teams. They've had a couple big plays in the return game against them. And Max Diepringer for City High is averaging 20 yards at kick return. So he's another dynamic guy in the special teams game.
I think that's one of the things that when Coach talks about cleaning up some stuff, a lot of it's on the special teams. We've struggled, there's no doubt about it. And those are some things that you can fix, though.
Oh, absolutely.
And hopefully we got that done during the week, and we'll show a lot better there. And I know that they've really concentrated on it, so let's hope that they get the job done.
Well, another person they really need to concentrate on is running back for City High, Tonka Hickman, who's got 72 carries, 378 yards rushing, and 5.3 yards per carry to go along with 2 touchdowns. And if that's not a great name for a big physical running back, I'm not sure what is.
I think Tonka is just perfect, isn't it?
It's like a big truck coming at you. So we're going to take another quick break, 2 minutes here on KWPC. You're listening to the Affordable Metal Manufacturing pregame show. It's Muskie football. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff here on your home in the country and your home for Muskie Sports.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza. Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
Community Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and activities. You can find Community Bank and Trust locations in Columbus Junction, Muscatine, Wilton, and Wapello. Here's to a great year in the classroom and on the field. Visit Community Bank and Trust online at www.commbk.net and download the free Community Bank and Trust mobile app available for iPhone and Android devices. At Community Bank and Trust, they put people first. Member FDIC. If your bathroom is dull and boring, stop by Rivo in Muscatine to view Kohler bathroom and kitchen products. Rivo's showroom will help you with ideas and work with you to create a custom design. Is your sink stopped up? How about a dripping faucet? Rivo's talented team is ready to handle your plumbing problems. Rivo is the area's leading plumber and is now available to customers on the Illinois side of the river. Rivo is family owned and dedicated. Enjoy personalized service located at 1010 East 9th across from Family Video in Muscatine. Like Rivo on Facebook for examples of their work.
Uptown Motors reminds you it's time to winterize your vehicle, and Uptown Service is here to help. We'll inspect your vehicle's tires, belts, hoses, and more for the weather ahead and recommend any work to be done, including engine tune-ups. With winter driving comes an increased risk of collision. Uptown Motors has you covered with our new body shop. We make a stressful experience less painful with free estimates, loaner cars, and expert body repair backed by 50 years experience. We welcome insurance work and may be able to help with your deductible. Uptown Motors Service and Body Shop, Muscatine, just in time for winter and just in case.
Metal Manufacturing pregame show. Joel Krausar, my friend Brian Musell, getting the night off. I think one of the first times in about 8 or 9 years that Brian gets a night off. And my colleague is Chuck Van Heck, the legend. Your name's on a building now on the campus. That's got to feel a little bit strange.
It's yes, it is. It's more than I deserve. I'll guarantee you that.
Well, I will say that that's not a true statement. Having you were the athletic director when I was in school here at Muscatine, and it's homecoming night. I've seen several of my classmates, who 18 years ago were playing in this game along with myself. And this is always a fun night. Everybody gets to come back and kind of celebrate each other and celebrate the community.
Well, I think it's a great week. It's more than tonight as far as the student body is concerned. It starts on Monday and builds up to tonight. And it's one of the great things I think about the high school and all high schools is that just about everybody in your student body gets involved in something this week. And I think that's really important. And I think that's obviously why they started a homecoming many, many thousand years ago. And sometimes the coaches think it's a little distraction for their teams, but it's really great for the esprit of the school and the community, and everybody has a great time.
Yeah, I absolutely, it's one of some of my favorite memories as a student, going to your friend's house, building a hay rack float, doing something like that. We always had fun themes. And pep rallies and different things. It's kind of a week where you get to take your mind a little bit off the academic side. I mean, obviously academics are still very important, but the whole community gets around. You see the windows painted on storefronts throughout town. And Muscatine has always held a specific reverence for homecoming week, and this year has been no different.
Well, I think, sometimes students and parents or whatever don't see teachers, relax a little bit and have a lot of fun. But during homecoming week, they do, and that gives them a new perspective. So I think that's another great idea.
Yeah, it was great seeing the parade come down Mulberry Avenue, finding its way to the high school where Destiny Williams and Mateo Rangel were named homecoming king and queen, and we'll hear from them a little bit more. We'll see them at halftime of the performance. Destiny right now getting ready to bring the band on the field as one of the drum majors of the Muscatine Marching Band. And we're going to step away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1.
At Non-Emergency Transport, we serve as an extension to your family by providing prompt and comfortable transportation for the elderly, individuals in wheelchairs, medical patients, or anyone in need. Whether it's a doctor's appointment, hospital discharge, or even a family event, 24/7. Non-Emergency Transport services the Muscatine, Quad City, and Iowa City areas. Call 299-3513 today. Non-Emergency Transport, safe transport. That's our promise to you.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the General Manager here at Toyota Muscatine. Our information is free, so give us an opportunity to earn your business.
On the call tonight between the Muscatine Muskies and Iowa City High, the Little Hawks coming to town for Homecoming 2018. The Muskie Marching Band is on the field, and we have some great sponsors bringing you Muskie athletics all year long. Affordable Metal Manufacturing bringing you the pregame show all season. The halftime show brought to you by Pete's Tap. Our postgame sponsor is Quality Transport. Starting lineups will be brought to you by Great Clips. Our kickoff sponsor was Westside Store and Godfather's Pizza. And our first and 10s are brought to you by the Muscatine Community College here throughout the entire season. And Chuck, you know, the fans are really showing up. It's starting to fill up here at Muscatine.
The bleachers are packed on this side. Muscatine is out tonight.
Lots of purple and gold in the stands, getting ready to gear up for this Homecoming 2018. Both teams coming in trying to get off to a 1-0 start in district play. City High 2-2 coming into the ball game. Muscatine 3-1. Davenport North already getting on the board with a big win last night, 1-0 in the district.
A real close game against Linn-Mar, and we play them later on, so I think we got a great chance to beat either one of those teams.
Yeah, I enjoy this new district thing. I like the fact that we get to play teams like Iowa City High and Iowa City West, the Linn-Mars of the world, even the Johnstons. I think these are teams, I've said this before on the air, these are programs I would have loved to have played against growing up. I was in school and West was in that state title run with Nate Kading. Would have really enjoyed playing the Trojans. We are going to keep it right here as the mighty Muskie Marching Band plays the national anthem here on AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. All right, outstanding rendition of the national anthem. I thought the band was going to play it, and we know we had a young lady from the Muscatine Vocal Music Department singing. That was an outstanding rendition. Not an easy thing to do outdoors with the speakers on the other side. I know that all too well personally, and it's a challenge.
You get all that feedback, and if you haven't practiced it, it scares you.
You got to trust your instincts on that, much like these football players are going to need to trust their instincts throughout this game. You know, you play a team like this. Muscatine has played City High the last several years. You go back and watch the game between these two teams last year, a hard-fought battle. City High, they have really changed. Coach Dan Sabers over his career. When I was a kid, they were an I formation, ISO right, ISO left. But much as football has shifted, it's turned into this spread game, and they are outstanding at the read zone, trying to run the ball out of the spread formation.
Right, he's transformed pretty well, and
I can't believe Dan's still coaching. It seems like he's been there forever.
He just loves it, though. I think he'll stay there a long time yet. But you know, they show those formations, but they want to pound you, so you got to be ready.
And ready we'll be. We're going to step away for another 2-minute break. It is the Affordable Metal pregame show. It's Muskie football on KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1.
Home is your most valuable asset. Protect it with a metal roof from Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
After a hailstorm, we had damage to our roof. We got a new steel roof from Affordable Metal. The service was excellent. The contractor put it on really fast, and my wife and I love that our new steel roof has added value to our home.
Call Affordable Metal Manufacturing in Muscatine at 563-264-8212 and ask about their standing seam roofing sale.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies. Home of the 40s, serving Muscatine, Wilton, West Liberty, Iowa City, and the Quad Cities area for years. Pete's Tap serves appetizers, wings, burgers, fish, and more. Their hours are 11 to 11 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 2 a.m. on Friday, 11 to 12 on Saturday, and noon to 10 on Sunday. Pete's Tap has over 30 different sauces for wings. Take advantage of their abundant sauces during Monday's 50-cent wings. Make Pete's Tap your home for wings, beer, and sports. Pete's Tap. So much more than a bar, come as you are. Pete's Tap proudly supports Muskie Athletics. Go Muskies!
Be as simple, or maybe something a little more complex, or maybe your just doesn't work. Whether it's a service call, remodel, or new construction, Kirk Butcher Plumbing brings you quality, friendly service with over 40 years of experience working for you. Kirk Butcher Plumbing is the area's leading plumber serving all of Muscatine County, offering you the best rates, so you not only get experience, you save money as well. And his fast, friendly service means you don't have to live with that for too long. Call Kirk Butcher today, 264-6105.
Welcome back to Muscatine High School as we're getting ready here for another night of Friday Night Lights. The sun is setting beautifully on this brisk fall. It is officially fall now, Chuck. Evening. Joel Krausar, Chuck Van Heck on the call here today.
It feels like fall this evening, that's for sure, compared to 90 yesterday.
Right. Just what a difference 24 hours makes. Our Kirk Butcher Plumbing time and temperature, it is 7:28. We're about 2 minutes from kickoff. And it is a clear 59 degrees with the winds out of the north at 13 miles per hour. The wind we thought might be a factor. It looks like it is going to take itself out of the game, and it should just be a nice, cool, good night for football.
They just got through the tunnel. That's one of the fun things for the players to do. When the band lines up and get through that tunnel.
Yeah, my dad tells a story of how he tripped on the hoop coming out of the tunnel when he was a high school kid, and I don't think they don't do the hoops anymore, so no one usually has that spill. He's a Western Iowa guy like you. He's a West Harrison.
Oh, I know he is. Yeah,
grad. You're the Denison guys. We used to go there to visit my grandparents. So City High taking the field now here at Muscatine Stadium. If you're still looking for something to do tonight, come on out. Plenty of seats available. You might have to sit, in a couple rows in front of one another though if you've got a bunch of folks. But it is a beautiful night for homecoming football here on AM 860, FM 95.1. Don't forget, you can see the rebroadcast of this game all weekend long on MP&W Channel 9 and Channel 709 in high definition. Also, you can go to the Voice of Muscatine website immediately following the game and see a video replay of tonight's football game on the voiceofmuscatine.com or as well on their Facebook page and on their YouTube channel. So if you want to subscribe to the Voice of Muscatine YouTube channel, you can. And see these games in HD quality immediately following. Your only home for live Muskie football is on KWPC. Chuck, Muscatine's going to receive this kickoff here.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see them receive it. And I was going to say, that's a great service to people who are homebound or whatever to be able to see those games. They're probably grandparents, people like that. So it's really nice.
So you've got some folks who may have grandparents all around the country and have that chance to see their grandchildren play some ball, or maybe a parent who has to travel. It's all working out for them as well.
I'm sure Brian will be watching it.
Well, hopefully he's having fun with his family.
Oh, yeah, but that
So City High will kick off here as we get ready for this homecoming football game between the Muscatine Muskies and City High Little Hawks. The ball is kicked. It's going to be muffed by Tak Portilla, who picks it up. He gets out to the 15, to the 20. He is tackled. The ball did come out, but the officials are going to call him down.
We don't want disaster like that in the first play of the game.
Yeah, it looks like
we're okay.
What's going on? This thing just cut out.
Just a beautiful night for football. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. So Muscatine will start out 1st and 10 here at their own 21-yard line. Carson Orr at quarterback for Muscatine. He reads play action pass. The pass is completed to Eli Gay, and he is going to the 20. He is tackled at the 20-yard line. Eli Gay.
That was a great pass. Hit him right in stride.
So we are back
Proud
here.
supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
We are back live from Muscatine High School. We apologize for the brief technical difficulty. What you missed is a 74-yard reception from Eli Gay. He is tackled inside the 20-yard line of City High. So Muscatine now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard, City High's 18-yard line. Eli Gay takes the direct snap, hands it to Tim Nimley off the left side. Tim Nimley into the secondary. He drags the tackler to the 5-yard line. We're going to have another 1st and 10 for Muscatine as Tim Nimley takes the handoff and gets inside, or right at the 5-yard line. So it will be 1st and goal from the 5.
Looks like we're ready to play football tonight.
Absolutely. That is the fast start that Coach Mueller was wanting. Off the play-action pass, beautiful throw from Carson Orr for the deep pass. And now the run game seems to be in effect. 2 receivers split out right. Cooper Zeck in motion left across the formation. High snap, caught by Gay. Handoff to Nimley. Nimley's going to scratch and claw for about 2 yards on that play. So it will be 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 4.5 maybe, here as the Muskies 2nd and goal, trying to get on the board first.
We're doing hurry up, so hopefully we can catch him.
Oh, that's almost intercepted.
We are really lucky there.
Yeah, that pass looked like it could have been intercepted, but it was deflected. So it will be 3rd and goal for the Muskies.
We need to get this in right here.
Orr takes snap. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley carries the ball 2 yards. He's going to get in. Touchdown, Tim Nimley.
Great effort by our lineman to help him get in the end zone.
So the Muskies get on the board first here as so Muscatine takes the lead 6-0 here. Carson Bordy will come on to kick the extra point. The left-footed senior kicker, Carson Orr, will hold.
He's 7 out of 8, so I think we got a good shot to make this.
Yeah, he's had a great year kicking. Hopefully we're not broadcast jinx on this.
That's correct.
Snap is good, and he pulls it left. We'll take responsibility for that one. You're listening to Muskie Football. Muscatine drives down scores. They lead 6-0. It's Muskie Football on KWPC. We're going to step away for 30 seconds at your home in the country on AM 860, FM 95.1.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza from the all-new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine.
Come see how they press their tortillas fresh to order. Pick your ingredients and watch them prepare your creation right before your eyes. Try their new wet burrito today. They pack it with tasty chicken, pork, or steak with fresh salsa and guacamole, wrap it together, and smother it with warm queso. It's a Burrito Factory favorite, made right before your eyes. Their ingredients are made fresh each day for you.
Come see the new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine. Like us on Facebook.
Protect your home with Bosch Pest Control. Bed bugs, Asian beetles, spiders, fleas, crickets, termites, moles, and more. Bosch Pest Control uses cutting-edge technology to protect your home from these annoying pests. Bosch Pest Control is always training their technicians, so they'll be able to provide you with the best service and protection. Bosch Pest Control, across from Harper's on Grandview Avenue, South Muscatine. Don't squash them, Bosch them.
Down the right side, the right hash, it's going to go out of bounds, so that will give City High good starting field position.
Well, we talked about before the game our improved kicking game, and so far we haven't been able to follow through on that. Hopefully it doesn't happen throughout the evening.
Yeah, good field position here to start off for City High, as they will be led by Raph Hamilton, their sophomore quarterback, Tonka Hickman at tailback, and their explosive wide receiver, Malik Kimber. As they come spread, two wide receivers to the right side of the formation. City High going left to right on your radio dial. Hamilton will hand it off. That is going to go a jet sweep to Maxwell DePringer with the handoff. He's going to get 3 yards there on first down, so it'll be 2nd and 7 as the Muskie defense looks to get a stop.
DePringer's their all-purpose guy on offense and defense. He's a big play for him.
Yeah, returns kicks for him as well, too.
Does everything. 5 yards is too much on the first down. Let's hope we can dig it in here.
And the pace of play will be a lot different. City High wants to huddle up, take their time as where Muscatine goes tempo. I formation here for the Little Hawks. Handoff to the fullback. And that is Devontae Hickman, who he goes the distance.
Untouched.
He is going to score the little fullback trap play. And Hickman takes it to the house as Muscatine now tied up at 6 in quarter number 1.
We our goal is to stop their running game, and right now we have seen that it's going to be a tough job tonight. We're going to have to get after it.
That is a 60-yard touchdown run for Hickman. It looks like, yeah, in my program it's Jay Devonier Hickman, but it sounds like they call him Tonka. It's different on 2 different boards here.
They got a Tonka listed on Quick Stats.
Yeah, so that's where that. So Tonka Hickman, their leading rusher, with a 60-yard touchdown. Extra point is up and good. So City High takes the lead 7-6 here as the Muskies and Little Hawks fight for district bragging rights. We're going to take a 60-second break. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWCPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
Known for their honest and friendly service, Trucks Unlimited of Muscatine is a family-owned business where your vehicle is in reliable and capable hands. Truckers can have their trucks inspected to meet DOT requirements, and RVs can be serviced, and camping supplies are also offered. Schedule an appointment to get your air conditioning checked for your truck, big rig, or motorhome. Come in and visit Bridget and Marty Mills, owners of Trucks Unlimited, located on the corner of Mittman and Highway 61.
What Friday? Thursday is coming for you. You've been the best day of the week for far too long. But now every Thursday, Buffalo Wild Wings sells boneless wings at a discounted price. That's right, Friday. Thursday's looking real confident. And it's not afraid to use partial-priced wings to be the big man on the calendar. Boneless Thursdays. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.
Muscatine's going to get the ball out to the 20.
It's a real nice return, but we must have a block in the back.
So it looks like they're going to call a block in the back, and that'll start the Muskies deep in their own territory.
Those are the things we got to stay away from.
So Muscatine will have 1st and 10 at around the 7-yard line, 7 or 8 yard line, because that'll be a half the distance penalty. So we're looking, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 7 for Muscatine as they get their second series underway. Both teams scoring quickly in their first 2 offensive possessions.
Yeah, people want to have some exciting plays. They've seen them so far.
Gay and Hardy to the left in twins. Bordy to the right. Orr gets the snap, hands it off to Nimley. He's got a huge hole. He breaks a tackle. That's going to be a 12-yard run for Tim Nimley out to the 18, 19-yard line. So big Big yardage on first down for Muscatine.
Tim is fast and he is strong.
You look at the lower half, and he's just so powerful.
And his legs are just powerful.
He doesn't look like your typical sophomore. Hardy to the left, Cooper Zek at tight end right, and Gay and Bordy split out to the right. Looks like there's some miscommunication in the backfield. Carson Orr is going to keep it. He's going to try and maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like there was some miscommunication in the backfield.
Somebody went the wrong way and ended up with no gain.
So the broken play will result in a 2nd and 10 for the Muskies as Carson Orr sets up the formation. Zek is going to go to the right side. We have twins right. Split out left is Hardy with Bordy and Gay. Trips right along with Cooper Zek and Nimley in the backfield. Nimley gets the handoff. He lowers his shoulder. He's going to get around 4 yards on this play out to the Muskie 23-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 6.5 for the Muskies here.
I think one of the keys is how well our offensive line blocks, and so far it's been pretty good.
Yeah, doing a nice job. Coach Mueller calls the play for the Muskies. Twins right, Hardy to the left along with Zek at tight end left. Nimley in the backfield directly behind Carson Orr. We're going to have an offsides penalty against the Little Hawks, so that makes it a much more manageable 3rd down.
That's a nice thing to happen. Both teams, I think, are just a little excited here at the start of the game.
Well, I think both teams have this game circled on their calendar as an important winnable game.
Yeah, open up your district play, and it's important to get that win so you're off and flying.
Especially for Muscatine having a good non-district record. Every win really is a factor. Or with twins right. Hands it off to Nimley. Nimley's fighting. It looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down marker.
He got most of that on his own. His legs were churning away.
Yeah, so it is actually going to be 4th and 4th and 1 here at the Muscatine 28-yard line. They might be measuring this.
It might be. This will be interesting. We know that Coach Mueller's the riverboat gambler, so I think he'll punt, but you never know.
I think at this point in the game you play field position, but it looks like it depends on what this mark is. I think it's about a football length short of the marker based off the spot.
And it's hard to tell in this field this time of the year with the lines a little squiggly.
Community Bank and Trust bringing you Muskie football along with the Burrito Factory, home of the wet burrito.
You are correct.
So about a football length short. It looks like the punt team is coming onto the field for the Muskies. So Josh Frazier looks like he's going back deep to punt for the Muskies.
Oh, we need to play field position football. That's a great move.
Yeah, get your defense a chance to get some confidence back. Don't pin them back in the goalpost if you don't get it. Frazier back to catch the punt. And that's going to end over end kick that is going to get a Muskie bounce. And that is going to be a 38-yard punt for Josh Frazier as the City High Little Hawks will take over at their own 43-yard line. 8:11 left to go in the first quarter. Muscatine trails City High 6-7 as we go to the second offensive possession here for City High. So Chuck, as you've spent a lot of time on the defensive side of the ball as a coach. You have a big play, first play from scrimmage, guy goes untouched, or second play from scrimmage goes untouched to score. What's that huddle like, settling everybody down?
Well, our guys take it pretty calm, except for Coach Schultz. He gets a little worked up. And they've talked it over, and they're just...
Hamilton hands it off to Hickman.
High school football has changed a lot for us. Down on our sideline, we've got 4 iPads, and they can watch every play in review, and it's just a lot different. In practice, they have drones, and they're filming from the sky. So high school football is a lot more technical than it used to be.
Yeah, and City High gets 6 yards on that first down carry. by Hickman. So it'll be 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
This is power football here.
And Togadisa, TD, splits the gap and had big tackle for loss.
I think we probably was stunned a little bit more like we did there.
Yeah, nice job there from the sophomore nose tackle. Uses his hands very well for a young player.
He can stop up the middle very nicely. He's a stopper.
Yeah, it's 6'3", 285 pounds, a big body to really take up that zero technique in the 3-4 defense. Jonah Cook playing some outside linebacker again today for the Muskies. Muskies blitz, passes back, complete to, that looks like it is complete to Malik Kimber.
He threw a nice pass, but we gave him too much of a cushion there.
Yeah, Raph Hamilton with the first down completion to Hickman. This will be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Muscatine for City High.
There was no pressure on him. We need to get some pressure if he's going to try and throw the football.
Yeah, it was a quick drop there. It was a fast developing play. Handoff to Hickman. He goes over the left side. He is stopped by a wall of Muskies, led by Will Zillig, the senior linebacker.
When they line up at that double wing, you pretty well know Tonka is going to get the football.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's tough. We've done a nice job now the last couple plays on him.
2nd and 8 for the Little Hawks. Really liking some of the adjustments that Muscatine has made coming out this series.
They're getting after it. They were so timid that first time out. Now they're finding out what it's all about here again.
Prince Wee and Tovar at the corner position for the Muskies, while Tegan Schmelzer and Tak Portia at safety. Here's the handoff to Hickman. He breaks through the first line, and he is taken down by Brendan Broders, it looks like.
Didn't get much.
Good sure tackle from Brendan Broders, the senior linebacker. 6'2", 185 pounds. Was talking to his dad this week. A young man's heading out to Powerline School.
Oh, that's a great job.
After high school, out in Sheldon, Iowa. Great people in Sheldon.
That's a great school.
My wife is from Sheldon, I have to say that.
Well, that's good. You get some
3rd and 6. Handoff to Hickman. He breaks through. He gets a first down. He punishes the tacklers out to the 23-yard line.
Like I said, they're going to pound away.
Not a lot of wiggle in that young man.
No, they're going to pound away until you get it. Until you have to find a way to stop it.
So Hickman will come out and Deppinger will come in. 1st and 10 for the Little Hawks at the Muskie 23-yard line.
This is the type of game we thought it was going to be. Just pound away and then once in a while hit a pass.
I formation, tight end left. Hickman out wide to the right. Toss sweep to the left to Deppinger. He gets an edge and looks like it's going to be close to a first down. He goes out of bounds. And have they signaled? No, they have not signaled yet. It is going to be a first down.
It is now.
So Deppinger gets out to about the 12-yard line of Muscatine. So they are in the red zone and knocking on the doorstep. 4:49 to go here in the first quarter. Muscatine trailing 7-6 to Iowa City High.
Oh,
unbalanced, or maybe just misaligned.
Yep.
I formation, tight end in motion, little ISO play to Deppinger, and he gets about 6 yards.
They're just challenging us up the middle, and we've got to meet it.
Yeah, this is where you want to make sure that you're isolating your gaps is on the defensive line, and maybe doing that. This is when they come right at you, a twist game, stunt game, slant game. That doesn't really work as well. You've got to just hold your own and get off the block. Use your hands.
Yeah, you got to fill every gap, and it's hard to do if you're doing the twist all the time.
I formation, tight end left, Hickman right, 2 tight end formation here for the Little Hawks. ISO to Hickman. He is hitting the backfield. He's going to get up to about the 4-yard line, so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1 for City High, with just under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Quarterback does a nice job of handling the football for City High. He's only a sophomore, but he looks...
Yeah, I mean, 6'3", 205-pound sophomore. Yep. He looks like a tight end out there.
He sure does. Look at him.
So Hamilton comes up under center, I formation. A handoff to Hickman. Hickman is met in the hole by Tak Portilla and Will Zillig. It looks like he is going to get the first down. So it will be first and goal from the 2-yard line for Iowa City High.
We had a linebacker hit him right away, and he just shrugged him right off and got that first and goal.
Yeah, Hickman is 5'10", 180 pounds.
You better tackle him low.
Fullback in for the Little Hawks. Tight end goes in motion. Handoff to Hickman, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. So the second touchdown of the game for Tonka Hickman.
City High did everything correct on that drive, and when they do that, it's pretty tough to stop them.
Yeah, there's nothing flashy about what they're doing. They're coming right at you, and that's actually okay, because now you know if you can make a couple things and fix a couple things, then it's, I mean, you know what they're going to do.
We just have to whip the defensive line or their offensive line.
Extra point is up and good for the Little Hawks, and they will take a 14-6 lead. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza.
Visit Harper's Cycling and Fitness, where you will discover the world's best bikes for road, mountain climbing, or city cycling. Stop in and ride away on a new Trek or electric bicycle, professionally assembled and adjusted for you riding around town or across the state. Harper's Cycling and Fitness has an agenda to make the world a happier, healthier place by getting more people on bikes more often. Harper's Cycling and Fitness in Muscatine is your bicycle headquarters. When you think bikes, think Harper's. Harper's Cycling and Fitness is a proud supporter of Muskie football. Go Muskies!
National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We need to get some scores.
Kickoff goes to Eli Gay at his own 3-yard line. It's a line drive kick. He gets out to just about the 24-yard line. He might get the right-footed spot and get to the 25. So good return for young Eli Gay.
We're in pretty good field position. We should be able to do whatever we want to do, either throw or run.
And that's one thing I think that we want to see Carson Orr get a little bit more rhythm in this game. He hasn't really had the chance to complete passes. He completed his first pass for 73 yards to Eli Gay, the big way to start off the first drive. Still kind of looking for that game for some of the outside receivers to break out.
That's for sure.
Cooper Zeck to the left. Play action. Completion to Cooper at tight end. And he is going to get upfield for a gain of about 6 yards there on the curl route to the senior tight end.
That's a nice start. We can build on that.
So Muscatine goes to their no huddle. They signal in the play. Carson Bordy to the right. Zeck is going to line up on the right-hand side of the formation. Twins left with Gay and Hardy and Nimley in the backfield. Zeck now in motion. So we'll have a trips formation now to the left. Orr gets the snap. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley breaks a tackle, spins out. He's going to be just a yard short of the first down marker. Looks like a gain of 3 for Tim Nimley.
That was a great spin. He has great footwork. And like we said before, tough, hard-running kid. Made a nice play out of virtually nothing.
Hickman with the tackle for the Little Hawks. City High's numbers, we talked about it a little bit, down a little bit this year, so a lot of players playing two ways.
Yeah, I think they've always liked to play two-way players anyway, so Coach Sabers doesn't really care.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Snap to Orr. He's going to pass it out to Zach Hardy, who gets the tackle, and he's going to get the first down with a gain of 5. Nice play there, nice quick completion for the Muskies.
These types of plays will loosen up the secondary a little bit, and I think we'll hit a big play here pretty quick.
Tackled out there by Max DePringer for the Little Hawks.
We need to keep the football so that they don't keep it all the time on offense like they've done the first quarter.
Twins left for the Muskies. Carson Bordy to the right. Hands off to Nimley. Nimley breaks a tackle. He gets out to he keeps pushing the pile. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain for Nimley on first down. So we'll have 2nd and 4.
You pound away like that, and guys that are playing two ways will wear down in the second half.
And you like your percentages when you're getting 6 yards on first down like they have the last two plays.
Gives you a lot of choices on the second down.
Bordy and Gay out wide right. Brady McDaniel wide left. Nimley in the backfield. Snap to Orr. Completion is incomplete up high to Cooper Zek. Carson Orr just a little bit high on that throw.
Yeah, Cooper's pretty tall, but not quite that tall.
Speaking of tall, Brady McDaniel in on that snap, 6'5" wide receiver.
He has really improved from his sophomore year. He's done a nice job so far.
Bordy and Zach doubles right. Gay and Hardy doubles left. Nimley in the backfield. Snap to Orr. Back to pass, a little screen game. Nice job in deflecting the pass by defensive end Liam McComas, the 6', 205-pound senior, seeing that screen pass and getting his hands in the throwing lane.
You know, with huddle, the exchange of films, there isn't any secrets anymore. No. They had that well guarded.
So that will make it 4th and 4, and Josh Frazier will come back out to punt for the Muskies.
Need to pin him down if we can.
No one back deep for the Little Hawks. Oh, they may have a roughing the kicker. We have a flag. Max DePringer taking a bad angle at the punter, and he goes right into him. So that will make a first down for the Muskies. Huge penalty for the Little Hawks.
That's a big play for us. You know, you said there's nobody back for City High. And if you're
they're waving the flag off. They're going to say he was blocked into him, which I don't care. I mean, the angle he took, he was going to hit him no matter what.
Bad call.
So that is a candidate for our Vision Center PC questionable call of the game. So what looked like it should have been a first down opportunity for the Muskies will turn into a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line for the Little Hawks.
But as I was saying, City High does not return any punts. They just never have anybody back there. Part of their philosophy is they don't want anybody to drop the football, so they just don't give them a chance.
Yeah, it's a philosophy that I differ from as a former special teams coordinator.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but he's always been that way.
Unless you had Tim Dwight back there.
Yeah.
Rafe Hamilton at quarterback for the Little Hawks. Swing pass to Depringer. Looks like they are calling that a fumble. And so Depringer is going to get on that ball.
It looked like it's backward.
So that will be a huge loss on first down for the Little Hawks, a loss of about 4. Yep. So it'll be 1st and 14 from their own 20-yard line.
Been nice to be able to jump on that one.
Yeah.
But that puts them in the hole, so hopefully we can keep him there. Get the ball back.
So just under 25 seconds to play here in the first quarter. City High leading Muscatine 14-6. Hamilton in the shotgun. Hickman in the backfield. Depringer and Minder. Dropped pass there from Malik Kimber. So that will stop the clock with 7.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
We've got to get on that guy. He's their great receiver. And he's had a pretty easy time to catch over there.
Yeah, I think that there's some cushion there because of his speeds.
Yeah,
they'd rather let him, catch a pass and run up, keep him in front of you. So 3rd and 14 for the Little Hawks.
Now's the time to have a big play here for us.
I formation for City High. Kimber and Moore split out wide. Handoff goes to the fullback. And that is going to be number 20, Mesha Sela, with the ball. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Muscatine trailing by 8 points, 14-6 here. As we have 1 quarter down, it's Muskie football on KWPC, stepping away for 30 seconds on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight, or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store. Proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football. Joel Krausar sitting in for Brian Musell tonight. Chuck Van Heck joining me in the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. Muscatine took the opening kickoff down at 83 yards for a touchdown, left out a 73-yard reception to Eli Gay and capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run for Tim Nimley. And then City High Chuck answers back with 2 really impressive drives, scoring a 60-yard touchdown by Tonka Hickman and then a 2-yard touchdown run. But Muscatine's come out and gotten a 3-and-out here against the Little Hawks on this possession.
Now that was a great defensive series, and hopefully we can capitalize on it.
So City High back to punt, 4th and 10. The punt is up, almost blocked, and that's going to be out right around midfield. It takes a Muskie bounce. So it will be 1st and 10 for Muscatine at the City High 49-yard line. Best field position of the night for the Muskies.
Great place to start.
So Muscatine's offense will come back out on the field, trailing by a touchdown as we begin the second quarter. 1st and 10.
We've really established ourselves a little bit here, I think, in the last few minutes, and maybe we can grab the momentum.
Yeah, the Muskies. Carson Orr comes out, doubles formation. Gay and Bordy to the left. Handoff is to Nimley in the backfield. Lowers the boom, and he pushes the pile forward for an 11-yard gain.
It looked like it was going to be about 7 yards, and just keeps plowing and plowing and plowing.
He dropped that shoulder and the safety for the Little Hawks. So he's going to think twice before maybe sticking his nose head on.
If our offensive line can block that well, we can move her.
Offensive line for the Muskies, Xander Stolzfuss, the right tackle. And some of these other young men, Tom Lobianco, along with Shane Mathias, moving the piles forward here. Another offsides for the Little Hawks.
Yep, it's called offside. That's good. Sometimes you never know how that's going to come out.
Yeah, look, I didn't see any movement for the Muskies, and that was affirmed by the officials. Tom Lobianco back in the lineup again after having Tanner Nienhaus back in the lineup tonight after having some issues early on with injuries. And then also Brennan Bryant also playing some left guard there for the Muskies. Deep pass to Cooper Zeck. He catches it. Touchdown, Cooper Zeck. That is how you dial it up on 1st down. Go deep to your senior tight end, Carson Orr, with a beautiful ball. That's a 39-yard touchdown completion to Cooper Zeck for the Muskies.
That's a picture-perfect play right there, and we really needed it.
Yeah, perfect throw, senior to senior.
We're going to go for 2 here, I think.
Yeah, attempt to tie the game up.
Yep.
The tee is on the field, however. They've got the swinging gate.
Yep.
Muscatine not afraid to take chances in their special teams on these extra points. And they're going to direct snap it to Gay, who's going to pass it to Carson Orr, and it is incomplete.
That's a Jake Mueller special right there.
Yeah, a little try to get your quarterback like we saw it last night in the NFL. Yep. Baker Mayfield catching a 2-point conversion for the Cleveland Browns. So Muscatine scores a touchdown. They still trail by 2. It's 14-12, 11-19 to play. We're stepping away for 30 seconds on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
When my hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise.
Au revoir. Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Muscatine homecoming. Muscatine and the City High Little Hawks facing off. Muscatine trailing 14-12, coming off of a 39-yard touchdown catch for Cooper Zeck from Carson Orr, and Carson Bordy will now do the kickoff duties for the Muskies.
Everybody's enjoying this game, but defensive coaches.
It's been a challenge. Two good offenses going. The ball is going to get to the end zone, so that will be a touchback for the Muskies. Good kickoff there from Carson Bordy.
Very good. The flag isn't moving, so it was all on his own.
You know, and touchbacks, those are some of the little things in special teams, talking with Coach Joey Krieger early on in the season. Those are some of those hidden yardage things that you have a penalty, a kickoff out of bounds like the Muscatine had on their first series. You know, those are the things that executing those details that translate into wins later on.
People don't understand how important the kicking game really is, and that's one of the important ones.
And we're fortunate to have the kicking instruction that we have in Muscatine High School. So City High comes out in the I formation, hand off to Hickman. Shelengowski and Zillig wrap him up after a gain of 4.
This is where we need to make a stop so we can get the football back and keep our momentum going.
Yeah, Muscatine opened up with a 3-and-out on their last defensive possession, which was a huge step forward and has to be a confidence builder.
Yeah, it's really demoralizing to a team to score and then the other team come right back.
Tony Nitzel, Dalton Sell, and TD, the defensive front. Shelengowski, Broders, Zillig, and Cook at linebacker. Takportia at safety along with Tegan Schmelzer. Fake the jet sweep to Kimber, and that's going to be a handoff. And Broders all over it, swallowing up Hickman for just a short gain.
It was a real nice tackle by Broders. He was right there. So we're in a big third down.
Taking that guy down, one-on-one is not the easiest task, and Broders up to it.
Yeah, anytime one-on-one, that's difficult.
Really one of the first teams the Muscatines faced this year where you haven't had a lot of option.
Right.
The City High is not coming out and doing much option, and it's really not their game plan.
No. I think they will in the future, though, with that quarterback there.
Yeah, he's a big, impressive-looking athlete. Shotgun formation for the Little Hawks. Play action pass blitz from Zillig.
Pickett.
And that is going to fall incomplete. Are they calling that a catch? Incomplete. The back jug is going to come in, and he's going to wave off the reception. Excellent coverage from Prince Wee out there in the far corner.
The City High coaches were trying to be officials there.
Well, I would have done the same thing.
We all will. Yeah, we all would.
It was a good sell from the receiver,
making
it look like he caught the ball. So that's going to make it 4th and 4 for the Little Hawks inside their own 30-yard line. We should see the punt team here.
It was a good defensive call by Coach Hawkins.
Yeah, excellent blitz.
Stunt.
Excellent blitz with Zillig putting pressure on the quarterback.
Hopefully we can get that good field position again.
Ben Steve back to kick for the Little Hawks. Almost blocked. Fair catch by Eli Gay. Good decision there.
That's a nice job.
And so it'll be Muscatine 1st and 10 at the Little Hawk 44-yard line. 9:42 to play. Muscatine trailing 14-12. And let's see if Muscatine can build off that offensive momentum off the last series, that amazing deep pass to Cooper Zeck.
I've seen very few sophomores like Eli Guy. He can really catch that football. Only a sophomore.
And he's a very versatile player. In a lot of programs, he'd be playing running back. He would, kind of fits that Oregon slot receiver mold, a high-speed guy who can run the ball as well. We've got another offside penalty, it appears, against the Little Hawks.
We must be changing our count, our cadence, because we've got this is the third one.
Yeah, and a lot of that you have to give credit to the offensive line and Carson Orr, because that, as you know, quarterbacks they are the ones controlling that. That's a skill that a lot of good quarterbacks have. 2 wide receivers right, Nimley in motion left, Gay and Nimley to the back. This could be a double pass. Carson Bordy passes deep to Cooper Zeck, who was open just a little out in front of him. Carson Bordy, a former quarterback in this program. We have a flag, however, here.
We've opened up the playbook, that's for sure, this evening. You can tell how important Coach thinks this game is.
Let's see what this call is.
It looks like
it's the umpire who threw it. An eligible receiver downfield.
That could happen.
So it looks like maybe Cooper may have been covered up on that as he was streaking out for the pass.
It was a good call, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an outstanding call. I mean, the question is did they decline it or did they take this penalty? And I think you got to take it.
They got to take it.
So that makes it 1st and 10 again. Yeah. So the offside's offset by the ineligible receiver downfield.
With all the things we've done, we have them guessing, that's for sure, on defense.
And that's a good position to be in.
That's a great position to be in.
So Carson Orr in the shotgun, Nimley directly behind him. Zek and Gay split out wide left. Bordy and Hardy out right. Snap to Orr. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley up the middle. He's going to get about 4 yards before he's wrapped out by Der Springer. Or Der Pringer. Sorry, my Wagner Flight of the Valkyries. That's a character in a Wagner opera is Der Springer. So
all of us knew that already.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have 2 tough linebackers.
Carson Orr, spread formation for Muscatine. 2 receivers left. Now we have Nimley to the left in the backfield, tight end left. We're coming back right, handoff to Nimley. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's able to get out right around that first down marker. I think he got it.
That was a tremendous run for 4 yards to get a first down. 2 or 3 moves right in there.
What he is so good at is really just pulling his leg out of your grasp. There was a young man who had his leg completely wrapped up, and somehow he was able to pull it right out, and he just falls forward.
He's tough as nails, too. I'm not kidding you.
So Cooper Zek out right with Gay. Bordy and Hardy up left of the formation, doubles formation. Nimley in the backfield to the left of Carson Orr. Another offside.
Should have him.
This is the sort of thing that makes a coach have a heart attack, having these many offside penalties.
You're pulling your hair out. It's just driving you crazy.
You know, and a formational penalty like the ineligible man downfield, those are oftentimes a communication penalty. You know, offsides, things like that, those are just guys not paying attention, to be totally honest.
It happened once, but that's it.
Or back to pass, empty backfield. Throws the screen to Gay, and Kimber was all over that for the Little Hawks. Incomplete. It will be 2nd and 5 for Muscatine. Harper Cycling and Fitness and Buffalo Wild Wings bringing you Muskie football this fall.
This is a real good chess match. I think it's a lot of fun to watch these things go.
Well, 2 coaches who know each other quite well. Coach Mueller playing against Coach Sabers as a player at Cedar Falls and coaching against him as well. Or with the handoff to Nimley. Nimley is stopped. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Another fine play for Liam McComas at defensive end.
Now that's
for the Little Hawks.
Yeah, that's one time I think he tried to get too much. If he'd have just stayed and ran straight ahead, I think he'd have got pretty close to the first down. But, you know, he's trying to hit a big play, and who can argue with him? He does a great job.
So City High will call a timeout. 8:07 to go here in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here. So, Chuck, this is a big series for the Muskies. They've kind of regained some of the momentum defensively, and now they want to capitalize it and take a lead.
Right. I think the things that we've done and with our different play calling is they're kind of back on their heels right now. And this is a big play. Get a first down and keep the football. And like I said, when we're on offense, that's our best defense. So hopefully we can continue to control the football.
We're just a few minutes away, about 8 minutes away from the Pete's Tap halftime show. Pete's Tap, so much more than a bar, and come as you are. And great clips. It's going to be great. Don't forget to download the app and never wait for a trim again. I use that app all the time to check in when I'm going out there. It's nice. You can see what your weight's going to be, and you just show up and they cut your hair.
Yeah, I do it all the time too.
I'm finding that I seem to still have to pay the same, but they don't have to cut as much because I'm just going bald. So
it doesn't take as much time, does it?
Nope, not at all. Carson Orr is back in the shotgun, snap to him. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley is going to fight it. He's going to be close. He's going to looks like he's about a half yard short of the first down.
We're going to line up and go real quick.
Yeah, I think
here.
you go for it here. This is on the plus side. Muscatine on the city high 36-yard line, 36.5-yard line. And they will go for it here on 4th and 1.
We wouldn't gain anything punting, and it's just too far for a field goal. So
just under 8 to play in the first half.
Yep.
Carson Orr in the shotgun. Nimley directly behind him. Gay and Hardy wide left. They're going to hand it off to Nimley. Nimley is going to get the first down. Great job up front from the Muskie offensive line and the tight end, Cooper Zek. That's a gain of 2 for a first down for the Muskies. So 1st and 10. Cooper Zek coming up a little bit limping.
Yeah, that's the old BAM play right there, and it worked to perfection.
So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Muskies. Just a few yards away from the First National Bank red zone. Trips left. Nimley in the backfield with Orr. Bordy wide right, all by himself. There's the handoff to Nimley. Nimley in the secondary already. He breaks a tackle. He fights. He's going to be close to another first down. Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards short. So another 2nd and manageable here for the Muskies.
Another one of those plays where the first guy can't get him down. He might slow him down a little bit, but he hardly ever gets him down, and then he'll slam for 4 or 5 more yards.
Xander Stolzfus and Shane Mathias crashing down that right side of the offensive line, creating a huge hole for Nimley.
Doing an excellent job.
Trips left, or Nimley in the backfield. Zach right at tight end. Hand off to Nimley straight ahead. Great pull there from the offensive line for Muscatine. Number 52, Tom Lobianco leading the way. Huge hole, gain of 13 for Nimley.
It's nice to see us just line up and run that football like we're doing.
One of the prettiest things in the world to see a pulling guard or tackle come right through and blow up an offensive or a defensive linebacker or safety.
Unless you're that guy.
Yeah. Well, I was a former tackle or guard, so that's why I like to watch the O-line. Snap to Orr. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley breaks a tackle. He's going to be stopped for a loss of 1. Good job from the City High D-line.
It's even exciting to see him get no yards.
Yeah, nicely timed blitz for the City High staff. Kyle Heffley in there on a tackle for the Little Hawks.
Now it'll be great to see how we adjust to this call.
Trips left for the Muskies. Cooper Zek, tight end right. Nimley in the backfield with Orr. There's the snap. Play action. And that ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Looking for Eli Gay in the seam, so it'll be 3rd and 11 from the Muscatine 20-yard line in the First National Bank red zone.
We love that red zone. That pass was just about completed, and it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, nice job again by McComas getting his hand up.
Yeah.
He's had a nice night for the Little Hawks on defense.
Yeah, he's one of their better defensive players. A lot of stats for him.
Twins left for Gay and Hardy. Bordy out right. So here's the snap. Hand off to Nimley. Nimley breaks a tackle. He's trying to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's going to be about 4 yards short. I still think this is about 4 down territory for the Muskies.
Yeah, the way he runs, isn't his name appropriate, Nimley?
Yeah, he's nimble for.
He's a nimble runner, let me tell you.
And really a fun kid to talk to, too. He's a really engaging young man.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet.
So Muscatine's going to go for it here. It's 4th and 4 from their own 14-yard line or 13-yard line. Trips right. Zek left. Orr in the shotgun with Nimley to his right. Here's the handoff to Nimley. There is a hole. He's going to pound through. I think he's going to be close.
It's going to be
where the far linesman is spotting it. It looks like he is going to be maybe short. It depends if he gave it a right foot spot. So I think this is going to be short.
The old John Madden right foot, left foot.
Yeah. So Muscatine will turn it over on downs inside the Little Hawk 10-yard line. So with 5:47 to play, Muscatine trails 12-14 here in the second quarter.
Hopefully we can keep him pinned down there and get the ball back right before halftime.
It's still the right call to go for it there. There's nothing wrong with that aggressiveness.
Oh, no, that's what you want to have your coach do.
So the Little Hawks will come out on offense. 2 tight ends, I formation. Hickman at fullback, DePringer at tailback with Kimber split out left. Here's the handoff to the fullback. The same play that they broke for 60 yards on the first series is stopped for a short gain.
We've handled that pretty well since that big gainer. You saw that trapper coming again, and for them.
Yeah, as a D lineman, you see that guard leave, you get right in that hip pocket. He's taking you right to the ball. Same I formation, Hickman at fullback, DePringer at tailback, and Kimber out left. Here's the outside run to DePringer. He's strung out nicely by the Muskies. Great pursuit from Brendan Broders.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
Dalen Shelengowski doing an outstanding job of turning that play back inside along with Tovar. And the cavalry came a-running.
Those two guys are tough on that side. They may not get the tackles, but they turn them in all the time.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Little Hawks, just under 5 to play in the first half. Here at Muscatine Community High School, homecoming 2018.
Big play here. Let's stop him.
I formation. Hamilton comes out under center. Hickman at fullback. Toss to the right side to DePringer. And it is going to be strung out. We'll see where the spot is here.
I don't think they got it.
I think they are short, Chuck. You were exactly right.
That was another nice play.
So it will be 4th and 1, and a long one, it looks like, for the Little Hawks. Let's see if they want to roll the dice here and go for it deep in their own territory.
No, they can't do that.
I think they're going to. They're going to milk the clock here and call a timeout. Looks like Coach Sabers is calling that timeout. So the Muskies with the big 4th down here. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.
SBI Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Media program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Joel Krausar, Chuck Van Heck. Here, 4:32 to play in the first half. City High's coach Dan Sabers calling a timeout. It's 4th and 1 at their own 18-yard line. Trying to figure out what they want to do here. It's actually 4th and 2 from their own 18. Looks like the offense is coming back on the field here, Chuck. They're going for it.
Well,
maybe looking to draw them off sides. I don't know.
Yeah.
They've got a big back in Hickman. He's a tailback.
Yeah, it's only a yard. So
tight end McComas goes in motion. Muscatine has a chance to get him in the backfield. And a good run from Hickman to break a tackle and get out right just over the 20-yard line for a first down.
Well, you got to give Coach Sabers a lot of credit for doing that.
Yeah, he went right at it.
It was either that or going at halftime probably behind.
Yeah, good run there from Hickman. He really had to do a lot of that himself. Muscatine doing a nice job breaking through.
Well, we just got to keep playing hard-nosed football like we've been doing this last few minutes, and we'll be fine.
2 tight ends, I formation for the Little Hawks. Here's the handoff to Hickman. Hickman is met right at the line of scrimmage. He pushes forward for about a 2-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 8 with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Coach Hawkins and the staff have done a nice job adjusting to the Tonka.
I think one of the things, too, is you have to adjust to the physicality of the game. Scheme has probably always been fine. It's the adjusting to, okay, this is downhill. They're coming at us. So many teams in high school anymore go lateral. When you meet a team that's coming right at you, it can be an eye-opener.
Like old Eileen said, you have a great game plan until you get hit in the face.
Right.
And then you see it change.
I formation. Play action here. Hamilton boots out right. Nobody there. Nobody home. Here he goes. Hamilton down the sideline. Gain of 20. He cuts back across to midfield. So about a 30-yard gain for the sophomore quarterback for City High. A little play-action boot, and nobody was home, and he just tucked it and ran it.
Well, you see he's got a little speed, too. I guess that was going to happen sometime. You got to stay home on that away side, and when you don't, that's what happens.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, 3:20 to play here in the first half. Iowa City High trying to put something together here at the end of the half.
we certainly don't want to give them anything here right before halftime.
Yeah, City High will receive the opening kickoff at second half.
We've regained the momentum for the most part, and we don't want to lose it.
McComas at tight end, I formation, Hickman in the backfield. McComas in motion. Hand off to Hickman. He goes into the line of scrimmage where he is met by a gaggle of Muskies.
It would be hard to pick out which one of us got him, but
It looked like TD was holding up the line there along with Dalton Sell and Tony Nitzel. All three defensive linemen in on that play.
That's the way you want to play it right there. Keep it up.
2nd and 10. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Muscatine does have 3 timeouts. It'll be interesting to see what the clock management scenario comes depending on this play here.
Yeah, I think this play will tell you a lot.
Kimber, the speedster, out wide left for the Little Hawks. Maybe some play action here is in order. Play action.
Yes, it is.
And he's going to boot back out right. There's a wide open lane for Hamilton again. So that's going to be a gain of about 17 on the bootleg for the Little Hawk quarterback.
That defensive end and cornerback over there have to stay home. Make sure that he doesn't do that. That's killing us right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be something that's drawn up on the chalkboard at halftime.
Absolutely.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Muscatine trailing 14-12 to Iowa City High. I formation, Kimber way out left. This is a run, Chuck.
Yes, it is.
Hand off to Hickman, and he is met deep in the backfield. Brennan Broder shoots the gap.
That's a big play right there.
Why do offensive coordinators continue to formation with a receiver that far out? Anyone who has any familiarity with the game knows you're not throwing the ball with that kind of split. That's a soapbox for me.
Yep, but
great play by Broders.
That was a very formed tackle like you teach. Shoulder and not the head.
You get a guy like Hickman before he can get going. That's half the battle right there.
That's the big thing.
I formation for City High. Hickman back deep. Back to pass to Kimber. And he is going to catch it. He is forced out of bounds by Tovar. He will be short of the first down.
Yeah, it's not a big gain by any means.
That'll stop the clock. Just another stop route there for Kimber.
Another big third down for us.
Matthias will come in for Nitzel on the defensive line. Matthias, TD, and Sell up front. Shelengowski, Broders, Zillig, and Cook at linebacker. And Schmelzer, Tovar, Tia, and Wee in the secondary for the Muskies. McComas in motion. Here's the handoff to Hickman. He bounces off a tackler, and he is going to get the first down with 30 seconds to go here. City High, they're getting a first down. The clock is stopping right now with the first down. Here they go, hurry up for the first time in the night.
We had him in the backfield, but he is a tough runner.
I formation.
Thanks, coming.
Hand off to Hickman. Hickman with the stiff arm.
Good job.
And Muscatine able to string it out. We got a timeout now for the Little Hawks. With 20 seconds to go here in the first half, City High has it 2nd and 7 at their own 20-yard line.
I'll tell you one thing, Joel, we're playing hard. We're playing hard.
Yeah, there's really been a lot of opportunity here for Muscatine on defense. They're playing much better than they did their first 2 series, really outside of those first 2 series. And the few breakdowns on the bootlegs in this series, Muscatine's defense has really been answered the bell.
Yeah, if we stopped that bootleg, they wouldn't have anything, really. That's something that at halftime I know will be talked about a lot.
Well, and a lot of times it's just an assignment situation.
It is.
Typically it might be an inside linebacker who's responsible for the quarterback, maybe spying, and with that 2 tight end, sometimes 3 tight end formation for the Little Hawks, it's not hard to block the spy. So maybe they make an adjustment there. That's sometimes you have to see it before you realize it's a weakness, and that's part of the chess game that we see in every level of football.
Right. It's hopefully we can keep off the board here, and we'll have a great – we will anyway, but we'll have a great second half.
20 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's Muscatine hosting Iowa City High in the district opener here. It's homecoming night for the Muskies. the Muskie defense looking for a stop, keeping points off the board here as we close down the first half.
This was just the kind of game we thought it would be.
2 receivers, 1 right, 1 left, 1 tight end in the shotgun formation for the Little Hawks. Play action pass up to Kimber, and that is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by Tovar for the Muskies. The senior Trey Tovar. Outstanding work.
That was just a beautiful job by Tovar. He had the inside, and that really nice receiver just couldn't do anything at all. Pretty well thrown ball.
Yeah, and that's something that we've seen from Trey Tovar all season long. Is his positioning's been outstanding.
Yeah, he's a really nice football player.
Prince Wee out wide on defensive corner for the Muskies along with Tovar. Here's another play action pass. Ball is up to Kimber, and they're going to throw a flag for pass interference, and there is no way that should have been pass interference, especially called by the gentleman who called it, the back judge. That was outstanding coverage for Tovar, and that is a frustrating bailout call, to be totally honest with you. That is a bad piece of officiating.
One thing about it, it's not a spot foul, so it hurts, but we can still keep them off the board.
So that will turn into a first down with 10.6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Yes, it's not like in college or NFL where a pass interference in the end zone puts the ball at the 1 yard line.
I think they're going to kick the field goal, aren't they?
It looks like the field goal unit is out. It will be 1st and 10 from the 9 yard line, and City High opting to just get some points on the board and go with a low-risk field goal here. And then if it is blocked and stays behind the line of scrimmage, they can have another chance if they recover the ball.
Right. But this is a good effort by the Muskies to keep them to a field goal if that's what they get.
Snap is up, and the kick is good. So that will make it 17-12 for the Muskies, trailing the Little Hawks with 6 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We're going to step away for 30 seconds on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
When my hair...
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
If your bathroom is dull and boring, stop by Rivo in Muscatine to view Kohler bathroom and kitchen products. Rivo's showroom will help you with ideas and work with you to create a custom design. Is your sink stopped up? How about a dripping faucet? Rivo's talented team is ready to handle your plumbing problems. Rivo is the area's leading plumber and is now available to customers on the Illinois side of the river. Rivo is family owned and dedicated. Enjoy personalized service located at 1010 East 9th across from Family Video in Muscatine. Like Rivo on Facebook for examples of their work.
Dynamic man deep for the Muskies. And that will be a short kick. And it's going to be fielded by the Muskies. 2.6 seconds rolled off on that. So Muscatine will recover the ball at the 34-yard line. It'll be interesting to see if they take a shot here since they've got a little bit of a head start.
That's not the home field clock, is it?
No, it's never been the home field clock. Case in point, Pleasant Valley, Muscatine, 1998.
Oh, yeah, I remember that well.
20 years ago, and I still lose sleep over it. But anyway, I digress. We should have picked up the field goal block. That's all. Carson Orr is going to come into the shotgun. Twins right, twins left. Nimley in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off to Nimley, who's going to break a tackle. He's got some blockers out front. He's going to fumble the ball as he was fighting for extra yards, and that will do the end of the first half for the Muskies. Muscatine trailing by 5 as the Little Hawks of City High have 17. Muskies 12. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back here for halftime on AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. Coach Mike Truitt and Ben Nitzel from the Muskie Sophomores will be in with us. So we'll be back in a few minutes, folks.
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
Uptown Motors reminds you it's time to winterize your vehicle, and Uptown Service is here to help. We'll inspect your vehicle's tires, belts, hoses, and more for the weather ahead and recommend any work to be done, including engine tune-ups. With winter driving comes an increased risk of collision. Uptown Motors has you covered with our new body shop. We make a stressful experience less painful with free estimates, loaner cars, and expert body repair backed by 50 years experience. We welcome insurance work and may be able to help with your deductible. Uptown Motors Service and Body Shop, Muscatine, just in time for winter and just in case.
At Non-Emergency Transport, we serve as an extension to your family by providing prompt and comfortable transportation for the elderly, individuals in wheelchairs, medical patients, or anyone in need. Whether it's a doctor's appointment, hospital discharge, or even a family event, 24/7. Non-Emergency Transport services the Muscatine, Quad City, and Iowa City areas. Call 299-3513 today. Non-Emergency Transport, safe transport. That's our promise to you.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the General Manager here at Toyota Muscatine. Our information is free, so give us an opportunity to earn your business.
Coach, another big win for your group tonight.
Yes, yeah, it was. It was every win's a good win.
You know, 31-6 was the final, and one of the things that we saw tonight was your team's ability to come back. You know, came down, started out down 6-0, and what did you see from your boys that helped you kind of get back into this game?
Well, every week it kind of seems like they don't panic. They came out, hit us in the mouth pretty good right off the bat and took the ball down and scored, and they don't panic. I panic, but they don't. And that's something good on their part, but we needed to come out with some more intensity than what we did tonight at the beginning of the game. But by the end of the game, we were back in halftime. We had a little conversation about intensity level and came out, and I challenged them to be able to run the ball the rest of the night. In the second half, we never threw the ball.
Yeah, Mentor Cooper, running back position, really had another strong night. It's really kind of crazy to think about the skill positions in this sophomore class. The two guys on the varsity team, Eli Gay and Tim Nimley, very well could be playing, in the curtain raiser with yourself. And Mentor Cooper probably good enough to get some snaps at the varsity level as well. Yeah,
he keeps working hard every week, and he does a great job for us. After we lost Diego Rangel, we're down to one running back. Right. So he works hard. He plays both sides of the ball all night. He's on all the special teams, and he does keep coming after it.
And Diego Rangel having a great year, just had an injury last week that is going to cause him to miss the rest of the season. So obviously, hopefully everything goes well for him as he gets better. An injury happened last week, turned out to just be a sprain. Xander Morgan back out there tonight, had another strong game for you as well.
Yeah, Xander is extremely football smart. He understands everything that's going on out there. The game moves slow for him because he knows exactly what's going on. He sees everything very well.
One of the things, this team has had a tremendous amount of success in their career so far. 7th grade undefeated, 8th grade undefeated. Did some things, traveled on a non-school sanctioned event, played in an all-star tournament and won it in the state of Iowa. Yep. Did some things. Are you seeing that in these kids that outside of just their physical gifts and their mental gifts, is there something there that they seem to just know how to win?
Yeah, they won't accept losing. That's why I say they don't panic. We go down 6-0. We could be, I really feel that we could be down 21-0 at half, and we would go in.
You're hoping that never happens.
Yeah, exactly. We go in at halftime, and they're still very calm. They have that demeanor that we're going to be all right. We just need to go out and start doing things that we know we can do, and so they don't get real wound up about it.
And some of your linemen played a little bit for you in your game, but then you have like Brandon Bryant who's coming up and he's playing a little bit at the varsity level as well. Let's talk about the lines a little bit. It's easy to kind of see these skill position guys. What are you seeing on your offensive line that's helping move things forward?
There are obviously some guys get to move up, Xander Stolfus moving up to the varsity, so that opened up, it gives another guy, the second guy in now gets that opportunity to get in. And then, and then Caden leaves. We lose Caden in the fourth quarter to go up so that he can snap at the varsity for punts. And so then again, it gets another guy in that gets the opportunity to play. They work hard. They, like you said, the skill guys end up getting all the glory and the linemen don't get as much, but they're out there working hard, and they do. They give me everything that they have.
And so the sophomore team getting out to this 5-0 start on the season. And again, Coach Truitt, thanks so much for spending some time with us at halftime, and good luck next week. Head up to a familiar foe, yes. Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, it should be a good test for us again next week.
All right, we're going to step away for 2 more minutes. We'll be back with Ben Nitzel, another sophomore coach, talking a little bit about the sophomore defense. You're listening to Muskie Football. We'll see you in 2 minutes on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC.
Home is your most valuable asset. Protect it with a metal roof from Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
After a hailstorm, we had damage to our roof. We got a new steel roof from Affordable Metal. The service was excellent. The contractor put it on really fast, and my wife and I love that our new steel roof has added value to our home.
Call Affordable Metal Manufacturing in Muscatine at 563-264-8212 and ask about their standing seam roofing sale.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies. Home of the 40s, serving Muscatine, Wilton, West Liberty, Iowa City, and the Quad Cities area for years. Pete's Tap serves appetizers, wings, burgers, fish, and more. Their hours are 11 to 11 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 2 a.m. on Friday, 11 to 12 on Saturday, and noon to 10 on Sunday. Pete's Tap has over 30 different sauces for wings. Take advantage of their abundant sauces during Monday's 50-cent wings. Make Pete's Tap your home for wings, beer, and sports. Pete's Tap. So much more than a bar, come as you are. Pete's Tap proudly supports Muskie Athletics. Go Muskies!
Community Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and activities. You can find Community Bank and Trust locations in Columbus Junction, Muscatine, Wilton, and Wapello. Here's to a great year in the classroom and on the field. Visit Community Bank and Trust online at www.commbk.net and download the free Community Bank and Trust mobile app available for iPhone and Android devices. At Community Bank and Trust, they put people first. Member FDIC.
Back to Muscatine High School, Joel Krausar. It's halftime of the Muscatine City High football game. Muscatine trailing by 5, 17-12. Ben Nitzel, sophomore defensive coordinator and assistant football coach at Muscatine, in the booth with us here at halftime. Ben, your guys at the sophomore level got a little bit behind 6-0 in the first part of the game for you, and you came right back.
Yeah, well, we weren't happy to give up the early touchdown, I'll tell you that, on just a little ISO play, and guys didn't seal up and gave a touchdown. Really, our first unit hasn't given up a touchdown from that distance the entire year. So disappointing for us to drop down, but then I thought we really buckled down after that and played some pretty stifling defense. So happy after the initial disappointment.
Well, in a similar parallel into the varsity game, opening series for City High, similar play, break a 60-yard touchdown run for Tonka Hickman. Looking at the varsity, they've done a nice job of responding defensively as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looked for a while there like it was going to just be a foot race, and both defenses kind of knuckled down and, found their groove a little bit. And, you run that ISO football, and you guys have got to do their jobs. And when they don't do their jobs and you get a crack and you got a nice running back like that, and, you got problems. So they did a nice job adjusting and guys, taking care of their jobs and really shutting them down.
And looking at the offensive side of the ball, Muscatine starting to move the ball a little bit on the ground, kind of having to spread them out to run it a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some very talented players, especially at the defensive end position. And so you want to kind of move guys around. And listen, that's a lot of what the spread's predicated on, is getting, putting guys out and then saying, listen, if you're not going to guard us outside, then we're going to throw the ball. And if you are going to guard us outside, then we're going to run the ball. And, we're fortunate to have some receivers that can make some plays. And you've got Tim Nimley, obviously, on the inside that can run the ball hard for you. And so that's kind of what makes it an effective and dangerous offense.
Is some of that too early on in the game? You know, in practice, you can have the scout team run ISO football. You can try to mimic what the other team is doing, but sometimes the physicality is hard to simulate in practice. Is that some of the first series? You know, maybe you just did some of that physicality you hadn't seen yet.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's physicality. Also, some of it's just execution, right? Some of it's just when you run something for 5-6 weeks plus preseason, you just get smooth at it. You know, you guys make good reads, guys make good blocks. They know the angles to take. That's really hard for a scout team to replicate, no matter how hard those kids are working. You know, they're running a new offense every single week, and so just trying to get them to replicate not just the power and the attack power of it, like you said, but also just trying to get them to replicate the finesse, you know, and the small technique stuff, which is what really helps an offense be successful.
You know, looking in the second half, defense starting out off the opening kickoff of the second half. Obviously, 3 and outs to goal. What are some things that you'd like to see from the Muskie defense to open up the second half?
Well, I think it's just stick with basics, right? Make sure your guys are coming up. You know, sometimes we get our linebackers who've actually really played tremendous this year, but occasionally they get caught coming too close to the line of scrimmage instead of scraping from depth to be able to get to where they need to be. So you want to make sure those inside guys don't come up too far, and make sure your outside backers don't press too far inside, because on that one we got burned on that quarterback keeper to the outside, and we kind of just lost that edge contained. So make sure we're doing those things. I think the defensive coverage looks pretty good down the field. And then linemen, you know, it's a difficult job for those linemen, especially in 3-4, because you're not just responsible for a gap, but you also got to take care of a guy, get your hands on that guy, right, which a lot of times means you end up getting double teamed. So you're getting the guy that's charged with blocking you plus the guy you're holding up. But if you don't do that, those linemen get right on your linebackers right now, and it's big time trouble.
Yeah, you see that the defensive line, they're not going to get a ton of tackles. If they're doing their job right, though, they're going to keep it free flow for those linebackers to run.
If they can create a situation where 2 offensive guys block them, then all of a sudden the defense has the numbers game. So, you know, that's what they're trying to do.
Ben Nitzel, Muscatine sophomore coach, up. Again, thanks, Ben, for spending some time with us here at halftime, and we're looking forward to a fun second half.
Yeah, I hope so. Great crowd here for homecoming. Tremendous job by Muscatine citizens of coming out here and supporting the Muskies. Appreciate that. Beautiful night. A little on the chilly side, but that's great, better than sweating. And so really appreciate people showing up, and hope that we can put together a few things. Down by 5 points, you know, you get a nice stop, a little drive here, and all of a sudden we're in the driver's seat. So
absolutely. Looking forward to the second half. Ben Nitzel, thanks so much. We're going to take another 2-minute break. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1.
Be a simple, or maybe something a little more complex, or maybe your just doesn't work. Whether it's a service call, remodel, or new construction, Kirk Butcher Plumbing brings you quality, friendly service with over 40 years of experience working for you. Kirk Butcher Plumbing is the area's leading plumber serving all of Muscatine County, offering you the best rates, so you not only get experience, you save money as well. And his fast, friendly service means you don't have to live with that for too long. Call Kirk Butcher today, 264-6105.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza from the all-new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine.
Come see how they press their tortillas fresh to order. Pick your ingredients and watch them prepare your creation right before your eyes. Try their new wet burrito today. They pack it with tasty chicken, pork, or steak with fresh salsa and guacamole, wrap it together, and smother it with warm queso. It's a Burrito Factory favorite, made right before your eyes. Their ingredients are made fresh each day for you.
Come see the new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine. Like us on Facebook.
Protect your home with Bosch Pest Control. Bed bugs, Asian beetles, spiders, fleas, crickets, termites, moles, and more. Bosch Pest Control uses cutting-edge technology to protect your home from these annoying pests. Bosch Pest Control is always training their technicians, so they'll be able to provide you with the best service and protection. Bosch Pest Control, across from Harper's on Grandview Avenue, South Muscatine. Don't squash them, Bosch them.
Known for their honest and friendly service, Trucks Unlimited of Muscatine is a family-owned business where your vehicle is in reliable and capable hands. Truckers can have their trucks inspected to meet DOT requirements, and RVs can be serviced, and camping supplies are also offered. Schedule an appointment to get your air conditioning checked for your truck, big rig, or motorhome. Come in and visit Bridget and Marty Mills, owners of Trucks Unlimited, located on the corner of Mittman and Highway 61.
Welcome back to the Muscatine Muskie halftime report here. Joel Kraus, our Chuck Van Heck, just 2 minutes to go here in halftime. Muscatine trailing 17-12, and it's really been the story of, runs here, literally and figuratively. Both teams doing some damage on the ground.
Right. Both teams have got after it and have done some good things. The Muskies are sitting in there at halftime recouped and only down 5, and they got to believe that they got a great shot to win this football game. So I think they'll come out with some real enthusiasm and some excitement and go after it.
Yeah, how we got to this point, Eli Gay catches a pass for 73 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Muskies. That sets up a 4-yard touchdown run for Tim Nimley. City High quickly answers on the second play from scrimmage with a 60-yard touchdown run by Tonka Hickman, and that is followed up by another long run for Hickman to take the 14-6 lead. Muscatine would then answer with a 34-yard touchdown strike from Carson Orr to Cooper Zeck, who they failed the 2-point conversion, and City High leads Muscatine 17-12 after a field goal from Ben Steve from 26 yards out with 6 seconds left in the second quarter to take that 5-point lead. So, Chuck, keys to the second half. Muscatine starting out on defense.
Well, again, defensively, I think, Ben had some good points there where, our linebackers have to play a little smarter, and our defensive guys in the line have battled hard, and they have to continue to do that. And they need to keep into their gaps. And I think on defense, we're in pretty good shape. Offensively, I think, again, we need to control football a little bit, keep it out of the hands of the big Tonka on Iowa City. And Nimley has done a nice job of running, and our line is blocked really well. And I think if we can just pick that up a little bit more, Carson Orr will be able to hit some passes. And I just think we're in really good shape for the second half. And I look for us to, I think the first 5 minutes, like in most football games, will determine just exactly what's going to happen for the second half.
Yeah, Muscatine looking to come out on a strong start on defense. This is your Pete's Tap halftime show. We're going to step away for another 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1.
Guess what, Friday? Thursday is coming for you. You've been the best day of the week for far too long. But now every Thursday, Buffalo Wild Wings sells boneless wings at a discounted price. That's right, Friday. Thursday's looking real confident. And it's not afraid to use partial-priced wings to be the big man on the calendar. Boneless Thursdays. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.
Visit Harper's Cycling and Fitness, where you will discover the world's best bikes for road, mountain climbing, or city cycling. Stop in and ride away on a new Trek or electric bicycle, professionally assembled and adjusted for you riding around town or across the state. Harper's Cycling and Fitness has an agenda to make the world a happier, healthier place by getting more people on bikes more often. Harper's Cycling and Fitness in Muscatine is your bicycle headquarters. When you think bikes, think Harper's. Harper's Cycling and Fitness is a proud supporter of Muskie football. Go Muskies!
Muskie football back here. Almost time for the kickoff of the second half. Joel Kraus, our Chuck Van Heck. Chuck, we've had great support all season long from our sponsors. Toyota of Muscatine, driven for an excellent experience here in town. First National Bank of Muscatine, longtime supporter of Muskie activities. West Side Store and Godfather's Pizza. Don't forget to ask them about their rewards program. And Muscatine Community College, bringing you all of the first downs this season. Muscatine Community College, a huge part of our community, and a lot of students, moving on and matriculating there after high school.
The one thing you can always count on is the community of Muscatine supporting Muscatine High School and Muscatine athletics and activities.
So many, many years ago, when you made the decision to come here as an educator, was that something that was sold to you very early on?
Yeah.
Or is that something that was developed?
No, the community, I thought it was sold to me very well, and they didn't sell me a bill of goods either. What they said was true, and it was fun to have the support that we had and we always have had. I think what we need to do is one thing is get the ball in the hands of Eli Gay. He's our big playmaker, and we did it once, and hopefully we can do it a couple more times where he can get out and get going.
Yeah, City High has done a nice job of kind of taking away the screen game, which is where Eli has had so much success and Muscatine has had so much success early on this season. So they're now going to take a couple more chances down the seam like they did early on in this game. So Muscatine will kick off to start this second half, and defense going to have to answer the bell here early.
It'd be nice to get a stop and get them off the field right away.
It'd be nice to get a turnover on this kickoff.
Yeah, and if not, get a stop and get the ball back and see what adjustments both teams have made. It's an interesting, like you said, it's a cat and mouse game that we're going to watch.
Well, and I mentioned the turnover. That's something that both teams have protected the ball nicely in the first half. And a lot of times in a game like this, much like a game that you can listen to on Vintage Sound 93.1 tomorrow night, Iowa against Wisconsin, turnovers are very key in games like this with teams who can control the ball and take care of the football.
Absolutely. And, we haven't turned the ball over much. We haven't been penalized much, so hopefully we'll continue that the second half.
Carson Bordy kicks off to about the 3-yard line. DePringer is going to return that, and he fumbles it just on cue. That's going to be Muscatine. Dalen Shelengowski's got it. He is streaking towards the end zone. 10-5. Touchdown, Muskies. Dalen Shelengowski, scoop and score.
We got what we wanted.
Just like we called it in the beginning of the second half. A scoop and score fumble on the kickoff. Dalen Shelengowski.
That's the spark that we needed right there. Now extra point.
I lost the ball. I just saw Dalen then all of a sudden streaking down the sideline. Great play there for the Muskie special team. So Carson Bordy to kick the extra point.
I think Iowa City lost him too.
So Muscatine takes the lead 18-17 for right now. Looking to extend that to a 3-point lead, or a 2-point lead for the Muskies. So here's the snap. Kick is up. And it's good.
We didn't jinx him that time. It was good.
Muscatine gets the start they're looking for. We're going to keep it right here. So just like we had talked about coming in, they get the turnover, but not only get the turnover, they get points. A scoop and score for Dalen Shelengowski.
Well, that was we talked about it, and hopefully now that we can take advantage of it and keep that momentum. And the mistakes are going to make the difference in the ball game. You know that. It always does. So right now we're up in that situation, and let's keep it that way.
Now you have to use that momentum, and everybody stay in their lanes, play discipline, and don't let a big play answer here for the Little Hawks.
Right. We need to keep the momentum, don't let them answer, and then get the ball and see what we can do.
So
keeping him to that field goal before halftime
huge.
Really was huge now.
I was a little surprised that Coach Sabers kicked it as early in the clock as he did. I thought he had one more shot at the end zone he could have taken.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But we'll take it as the Muskies take the lead, 19-17, just 13 seconds into the second half on the scoop and score off the opening kickoff. And that will lead for Carson Bordy to kick it off again. DePringer and Silas back deep. DePringer again. He'll return it. He just fumbled. He's going to cut back. He's going to come out to about the 23-yard line where he's tackled by Tak Portilla. And number 42, that is Austin Harder.
Portilla is just an outstanding defensive football player. He's always around the ball.
Well, and he's a good wrestler. You know, he's someone who understands how to use his body. Not the biggest of athletes, but is a strong package, and he knows how to take a guy down. So the Muskie defense comes out for their first series of the second half. It's nice to get some points on the board without even having to come out for the Muskies.
Puts a little pressure on the City High now.
I formation, City High. Kimber out wide right. Hickman in the backfield. McComas in motion. Here's the ISO to Hickman, and he's tripped up by Dalton Sell.
What lucky Sell got him there.
Yeah, that looked like there was some real estate to go.
They had that blocked.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Little Hawks.
Sell's another one of those tough wrestlers we have.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things that in Iowa you sometimes take for granted how good some of these defensive players are. They learn a lot of the skills in the winter, in those padded rooms in the winter time.
And they learn toughness and Learn how to be hungry
athletes. I had the pleasure to coach with Chad Beatty at Wilton High School, a former NCAA All-American wrestler, and that toughness is the best word.
Yes, it is.
for that particular sport.
Relentless.
So City High comes out in an I formation, motion by McComas. Hand off to Hickman. He's met in the hole by Zillig and Broders. Nothing doing for the Little Hawks.
Zillig was really quick there. Got around his guy and jumped on him. Big play here now.
So 3rd and 8
this is
for the Little Hawks here.
This is how you want it, 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. I hope we've talked about that quarterback bootleg.
Yeah. Raff Hamilton comes out. He's under center. Kimber out wide right. I formation. That's an illegal shift.
Yeah.
It should have been called. Here's the quarterback bootleg. And Tia is going to make the tackle, but not before the first down is gained. Now, the tight end was in motion when the outside receiver made an adjustment, and I felt like that should have been a flag.
It looked like could have had 2 guys in motion there, but they didn't call it. And
so that will be a 1st and 10 for the Little Hawks.
The big guy, quarterback rolled out.
I formation for City High. Kimber out left. Here's the long pass to Kimber. He catches it. He tries to get outside. Nice job by Tovar to hold him up. And Kimber will be stopped for just a gain of 2. That was a big man-on-man stop by Trey Tovar there.
If you don't get that tackle, he's gone.
Kimber.
So Tovar really did a super job.
Kimber coming into this night averaging 20 yards per touch, averaging 23 yards per catch, and 17 yards per carry. And Muscatine held him in check so far this evening.
He's one of the better receivers we've seen this season.
He's getting an 11-yard cushion off the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Hickman. A gain of 2, so that will bring up 3rd and 6 for the Muskies.
Our 3 interior guys are really doing a really good job.
Yeah, Togadisa, TD at the nose tackle position, really doing his job. He's going to get a little bit of a breather, which is something the Muscatine's going to need to do this second half.
When you can hold that big Tonka to a couple yards, you've done the job.
So Noah Flowers will check in at the nose tackle. 100 pounds lighter, but he brings a little bit different skill set to the table. Pass, bootleg right. Tony Nitzel, he's pursuing, and that pass is going to be incomplete on the sideline. Coach Jake Mueller echoes my sentiments, and that was holding on the City High offensive line. Tony Nitzel fighting through the block.
We really strung the play out really nice. And,
good adjustment to the bootleg from halftime.
And our defensive back, great coverage.
Eli Gay will go back deep here. Let's see if this is our chance for the Muskies to get the ball into their most electric players' hands.
This is exactly what we needed.
Steve back to punt. Punt is high, fair catch called by Gay. And so it'll be Muskies 1st and 10 as they lead 19-17. They'll get the ball at their own 30-yard line.
A pretty decent field position to operate with.
Looks like they're going to spot it back at the 29. Yeah. So good defensive stand there. After the scoop and score touchdown for the Muskies on the fumbled kickoff to open the second half, defense responding and getting another possession for the Muskie offense.
Now it'll be interesting to see if we've done some different things.
Do you come
offensively?
Do you figure out maybe a tricky way to get the ball into Eli's hands?
I would get it to him quick.
Hand off to Nimley. Nimley's going to get out to about the 34-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 on first down. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Muskies. Or 2nd and 6, it looks like they're going to mark it.
When you get that on first down, it's a good way to move the chains.
What was it Vince Lombardi said, if you get 4 yards of play, you got a first down every third down?
Among other things.
I'm great at math because of that. Not really. High snap. Orks gets it. He
Here
hands it off to Nimley. Nimley's got a huge hole, and he cuts it out over the 43-yard line. It'll be first down Muscatine.
That was well blocked, and he hit that line full blast.
Again, the right side of the offensive line of Stolzfus and Matthias just clearing out the defensive half for the Little Hawks.
They crushed them down inside.
Here comes the blitz off the edge. Pop pass to Cooper Zek. That'll be another first down for the Muskies.
Carson there, he's a little more relaxed on that throw. He's been throwing high, but that was pretty well thrown.
Well, and with the effectiveness the Muscatines had running the ball, that drew the second layer of the defense, the linebackers, up on the play fake, and wide open was Cooper Zek on that little pop pass.
Yeah, as usual, the run sets up the pass.
So Cooper Zek will split out right. Carson Bordy and Zek outside. Gay and Hardy to the left. Nimley in the backfield with Orr. Carson Orr directs the offense. Snap to Orr. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley up the middle. He's got a head of steam. He breaks a few tackles, and he keeps going. A 17-yard pickup for the sophomore sensation, Tim Nimley.
They had him tackled at his 10 yards, and all of a sudden those legs just kept booming and 7 more.
We talk about it every week. The psychological aspect of having a running back who can push the pile as a lineman, it just keeps you going. It gives you that little extra energy.
Yeah, it wears down the opponents.
Twins right, Zek tight end left. Nimley in the backfield. Orr is gonna keep it on the quarterback option, and he's gonna get a nice gain on first down. Good change up there for the Muskie offense.
That's one of those adjustments I think we talked about.
So 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain for Orr on the quarterback keeper. I'm not sure if that was a designed keep or if he was reading. Either way, it was an outstanding execution for the Muskie senior quarterback.
I think he was reading that one.
So trips left now for the Muskies. Gay, Hardy, and Bordy out left. Zek will split out wide right. Nimley in the backfield with Orr. Orr hands it off to Nimley. Nimley breaks past the first line of defense, and he's going to get maybe 2 yards on this, making this a 3rd and 3 for the Muskies.
They had about 9 guys inside, so let's see what the call is.
And so much of what Muscatine does on offense is designed by formation and creating weaknesses and mismatches. And now Gay is in the slot right. Hardy wide left with Zek at tight end, and Bordy split right with Gay. Nimley in the backfield. There's the snap to Orr. Orr drops back to pass. We have a false start on Carson Bordy, it looks like. So that's a big penalty for the Muskies. That'll make it third and 9 instead of 3rd and 4.
Yeah, those mental mistakes they're tough on a team.
And Muscatine's really been pretty good this game. That's really the first one that we've seen.
Yeah, we haven't made many at all.
Zach Hardy out left with Cooper Zek. Gay and Bordy split right. Nimley in the backfield with Carson Orr. It's 3rd and 9. It's from the Muskies' 27-yard line. Snap to Orr. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley's got a lane. He gets close to the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be a few yards short based off where this spot is. So it's going to be 4th and 4. It looks like it was a little bit further back than I thought.
We're going to go for it, though.
Yeah, this is kind of that no man's territory.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too far for field goal, a high percentage field goal. Chuck Van Heck, Joel Krause are with you. It's Muskie Homecoming Football on AM 860 FM 95.1. Carson Orr with doubles left and right. Gay and Hardy wide left. Muskie's handed off to Tim Nimley, and he's going to fight forward. He breaks 4 tackles to get 7 yards, and that's a Muskie first down.
The right side of the line again, though, did the initial job, and then he just takes over.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Go back and we see this replay, folks. This young man, he gets 2 people at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to bounce off and fight through 2 more tackles to get that first down.
Just think what he's going to be when he matures. We can't wait.
That might be a candidate for the Toyota of Muscatine highlight reel that you can see on the Voice of Muscatine Facebook page. Carson Orr fakes the handoff. He's got Zach Hardy wide open in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Muskies. Carson Orr to Zach Hardy.
The 2 Iowa City defenders ran into each other. He was wide open.
It was a cross. So Hardy was outside. They ran a little X route, corner from the slot, a post from the outside in Hardy, and that man-to-man coverage. Great execution for the Muskie offense.
That was a beautiful drive.
Muscatine's Carson Bordy on for the extra point attempt. Muscatine leading 25-17, 4:32 to play in the third quarter. Snap is good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Muscatine takes the lead, 26-17, 4:32 to play. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. It's Muskie football on KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1.
National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football on KWPC. Joel Krausar and my partner Chuck Van Heck. Muscatine leading 26-17 against the Iowa City High Little Hawks. 4:32 to play in the third quarter. Chuck, huge start to the second half for the Muskies.
Joel, I think that was the best I've seen our offensive line all night. They just did a tremendous job, and they gave Nimley a little bit of a crease all the time, and man, did he take over.
And it was capped off by the touchdown catch from Zach Hardy, his first touchdown reception of the season, as the Muskies take the 9-point lead with just under halfway to go in the third quarter.
And another nice kickoff.
Yeah, Carson Bordy with the touchback. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Little Hawks at their own 20-yard line. And the defense needs to keep up. They want to make sure that they keep their foot on the gas, respectively.
Yeah, they can't let up. We've got the momentum, and we don't want to lose that.
And that momentum was started from the scoop and score from Dalen Shelengowski on the DeSpringer fumble on the opening kickoff of the second half. And City High's offense will come out with twins left, a shotgun formation with Tonka Hickman in the backfield, along with Raph Hamilton at quarterback. DeSpringer in motion. They're going to throw the swing pass to DeSpringer, and DeSpringer has a crease, and he is open in the field. Prince Wee from the other side able to turn him back in, and Brennan Broders with the tackle. So a huge answer for the Little High. And then we do have a flag back here.
Yes, there is.
That's holding against the Little Hawks.
That's one of those plays that when they catch the football, you got to make the tackle, or else it's a big play like that.
Yeah, with the man-to-man defense the Muscatine was running, that was the other side of the formation coming around, and sometimes you can have some confusion, but Muscatine benefactors of a huge holding penalty against the Little Hawks. So instead of a 61-yard field position switch, it goes to a 1st and 20.
I thought he was gone, but the back
Prince Wee
did a tremendous job. Slow him down, and then we caught him, and that's amazing.
The great defensive coordinator I worked for at Morningside College, Ryan Norris, always called that the pride corner.
That's correct.
You got to be the pride player who gets back there no matter what to try and stop and get an angle, and Prince Wee did a nice job there.
Yeah, a lot of people would just say, well, he's gone, and not give the effort, but not him. That was tremendous.
So 1st and 20 for the Little Hawks, 1st and 18 with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hamilton throws the pass at DeSpringer. Good catch. Little out route that turns into a gain of 16. So a nice play there on 1st and 18.
I think now they're being down 9 points. They think they got to give up that running game a little bit for a while.
Going to have to throw the ball to get back into it. Correction, a gain of 15. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the Little Hawk 26-yard line.
Hopefully we can put a little pressure on him and see how he throws under pressure.
Yeah, right now Muscatine leading that turnover margin. They'd like to get another takeaway. Hamilton back to pass. He throws it to DeSpringer. It's defended by Tia. Good catch. Again, we mentioned it. He is the guy who does everything.
Yeah, that was a good throw and a good catch. Pretty well defended, really.
Yeah, Takpor Tia did a nice job. But DeSpringer, the ball was thrown nicely to the outside shoulder, and he went and caught it where he was the only one who could.
So, again, they've got a little momentum here now, and we want to stop this right now.
Rivo Incorporated, your fireplace headquarters in Muscatine, bringing you Muskie football. As Raph Hamilton brings the Little Hawks 2 wide receivers right, 1 left, tight end wing with Hickman in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Hickman. And he is met for a short gain. It looks like it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. So it will be 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Excuse me, the 37-yard line.
We keep him to that kind of yardage, we're in great shape.
Yeah, much better defensive efficiency on first down for the Muskies this half. On the field, we have Flowers, Nitzel, and Sell up front with Cook, Shelengowski on the outside linebackers, and Broders and Zillig in the middle. Schmelzer, Tia at safety. Muskies showing blitz here.
It sure did.
And they works like a charm. Will Zillig blitzes the A-gap, and he tackles the Springer, who is getting the ball on the jet sweep, and the Springer a little bit slow to get up.
Yeah, he's must have dinged his ankle a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5-yard loss, and that'll make it 3rd and 13 for the Little Hawks from their own 33-yard line.
That was a great call. I thought they gave it away, but they still got the job done.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you're playing poker. You just you make them seem like you've got the hand, and you just go for it, and they don't think you're going to still come, even though you show it that early. So Muskie defense showing blitz again. This time they're not going to get there, but that is going to be complete to Kimber. But he is going to be stopped about 1.5 yards short of the first down marker.
I imagine if they went for it earlier on 4th, they'll probably go for it again.
Yeah, this is another position where I could see them going for it.
Yeah.
Tovar again doing a nice job on the dynamic receiver for the Little Hawks.
He's exciting. They've got some real good kids.
Again, City High coming into this game 2-2. Their only losses to ranked teams, Ames and Cedar Falls. They defeated Iowa City Liberty in week 1, and they were victorious last week against Dubuque Hempstead. The Muskies 3-1, only loss of the season to top 10 ranked Johnston coming into district play. So the Muskies defense looking to stop City High on 4th and 1. Hamilton will take the snap. He hands it off to Hickman. Hickman has a hole, and he is going to gain about 8 yards. So it will be first down as the Little Hawks get over middle field, and it will be 1st and 10 from the Muskie 48-yard line.
I thought he might go a lot further there. We gambled and lost. And
nice tackle there from Tegan Schmelzer in the backfield.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 as the Muskies defense is attempting to hold the City High offense as they have the first 2 possessions of the half. Hamilton, shotgun. Here's that option look. He just tucks it and goes, head down. That was quarterback design run from the get-go.
Yeah, that's almost like a wildcat there.
So on first down, Hamilton is going to gain about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing about this drive, it's taken up a lot of time. So time's on our side, but we need to get them stopped. Offensively, we were really motoring well, and we don't want to lose that.
City High spreading it out again. 2 receivers, 1 right, 1 left. Double wing tight ends. Here's the handoff to to Hickman from Hamilton. And the Muskie defense attacking the ball, trying to strip it, create another turnover, and that will make it 2nd down and 1 here. And this may take it to the quarter as we're just under 25 seconds. So they're going to measure this.
We've been doing our stunning on their right side, and they've decided to run the ball on their left side to offset that.
I'm gonna say that they are about half a ball short here.
It looks like it, but
thanks to our sponsors, Vision Center PC, for the glasses I'm wearing right now to see if I'm right on that. Our doctors Schultz, Eller, and Davis and Walsh.
You're right.
It's all in the seat. When I sit in your chair, Chuck, with Brian, I can't get a spot right for the life of me. Now sitting over here, it's the magic seat, I guess.
Okay, that's all right.
So it will be 2nd down and about half a yard for the Little Hawks. 21.4 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Watch out for the big play here.
Yeah, this is a good down to go play action and take a shot. Kimber wide left and Sela wide right. McComas in motion, sprint out, bootleg Hamilton, he's going to have the first down on the quarterback power, but a nice job from the Muscatine defense. It wasn't by much that he was able to convert that first down.
No, and he took a real shot, so those add up.
Yeah, these option offenses where you ask your quarterback to carry the ball a lot. We saw it against Davenport West earlier this year. You can really kind of take your quarterback out of rhythm by having him hit all the time.
But,
so I'm not sure why the clock stopped.
When our player, number 12.
Do we have an injury stoppage?
Yeah. He's off the field. He came off the field.
Okay, so Nimley has checked in for, it looked like Will Zillick running off the field. Let's see if City High tries to.
He banged up his arm.
And that is going to be, that's going to be the quarter. City High trying to quick snap it. We've played 3 quarters here in Muscatine. Muscatine leading City High 26-17. It's 1st and 10 as we start the 4th quarter. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. It's Muskie football on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight, or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store, proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
Welcome back to Muskie football. It's the beginning of the 4th quarter on homecoming night in Muscatine. Chuck Van Heck and myself, Joel Kraus, are here. Brian Musell has the night off. We know he's listening. Brian, thanks so much for tuning in, and all of you for tuning in. And if you want to see what you're hearing immediately following the game at voiceofmuscatine.com, you can see a replay of the video of this game taken by the Voice of Muscatine team. City High trying to get down, Chuck, and get some more points on the board. It's 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Hamilton looking to move the ball here. Low snap, hands it off to Hickman. Dalton Sell tries to get him in the backfield, and Tony Nitzel and Will Zillig are going to bring him down with a gain of 7 on first down.
He's a tough runner. We had a shot at him in the backfield, but we couldn't get the tackle. And
so now the tempo picking up for City High here. 2 receivers out wide. Kimber to the left. 2 tight ends. Hickman in the backfield. Hamilton takes it. He hands it off to Hickman. Hickman bounces it left. He cuts it back inside. Takportia tripping him up with Broders cleaning him up, but that will be enough for the first down.
Again, it's taken a lot of time for him on this drive, and that's the best thing about it. But we need to get a stop. We can't let him continue to just drive it down our throat.
On the defensive front for the Muskies, Flowers at nose tackle with Sell and Nitzel at defensive end. Zillig, Broders, Shelengowski, and Cook are your linebackers with Tia, Wee, Schmelzer, and Tovar in the secondary. Here's the quarterback power, and they sniff it out. Will Zillig again playing behind the line of scrimmage. He might as well pitch a tent. He's been back there so much tonight.
He's done a tremendous job. He's hobbling around there, and he gets right up and gets right back in the backfield.
So a huge stop on 3rd down. That's going to make it 4th and 3 from the 30-yard line here as the Muskie defense looking to get off the field.
This is one of those effort plays right here.
What you got left, that's what you have to do right here. Muskies with the blitz. Here's a pass. Hamilton scrambles, and Broders is going to tackle him, and that might still be an intentional grounding.
I would think it would be intentional grounding.
But it looks like they're saying there was a receiver there. It's still going to be Muscatine ball. Yeah. The reason that grounding would have mattered is because they would have gotten the ball about 8 yards back. But nevertheless, Muskie defense creating the turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Muskie football from their own 30-yard line. Great defensive play there.
Well, it was a good call by our coaches. They put the pressure on. They didn't set back and react. They took it to the City High on that play.
And that's what you've got to do with a defense like Muscatine, with the athletes who can get after a quarterback. So that will be Muskie ball. Doubles receivers right and left. Here's the handoff. Oh, play action. Good ball handling from Carson Orr.
That was a good play all the way around.
Yep, so good defense. And Kimber is actually down for the Little Hawks. They were trying to hit Eli Gay in the seam, and Kimber has been on him all night long. And it's Looks like his shoulder, maybe. He's
that was kind of like friendly fire again. I think two City High guys, Gay kind of snuck between them, and they slashed each other.
Yeah, good defensive play for City High, knocking the ball down. So it is an incomplete pass, but Orr had me confused. He really rode out the play fake for a long time. So it'll be 2nd and 10 as the City High training staff attends to the young man Kimber, who is on the field right now. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. Actually, you know what? We're not going to step away. The young man's getting up. It looked like they were going to maybe roll him over and check something out. We're going to keep it right here as Kimber slowly gets off the field to a round of applause from the Muscatine and City High faithful. Hopefully everything is okay for that young man.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him leave the field on his own power. He's a really nice athlete. You'd hate to see him get hurt.
Yeah, good player, but this is where you see, he's been the person who's lined up man-to-man with Gay all night long. So now DeSpringer is going to be given that charge, it appears. And I'll take my chances with Eli on that.
That's for sure.
Maybe you take a shot here at 2nd and 10. Orr gets the snap. He hands it off to Nimley. Nimley's untouched off the left side. And Tim Nimley, he's in there for a gain of 16 yards. It'll be 1st down just over the 45-yard line for the Muskies.
If anybody doubts that he's a great back, after tonight they won't. He just churns away against a really good City High defensive line.
And what makes him so good is his decisiveness. He sees something and he attacks it. He doesn't wait. He's very confident and assertive in his cuts.
Right, and he knows how to cut.
Gay and Hardy split wide left. Bordy wide right. Orr takes the snap, hands it to Nimley. Nimley again off the left side, breaks a tackle, fights again for almost 1st down yardage. Looks like that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down. So it'll be 2nd and 2. Muscatine crossing midfield. They are now in Little Hawk territory at the 45-yard line.
Again, that offensive line is doing a real nice job. He gets a chance to get through the line, and then he can do his job.
It'll be the 47-yard line is where they spot it, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Muskies. Cooper Zeck on the line as a tight end. Hardy wide left, Gay and Bordy wide right. Nimley in the backfield. Orr takes a high snap, gets the ball to Nimley. Nimley churns. He's close to that 1st down marker. It really just depends. It looks like they're going to mark him just short, so it'll be 3rd and 1 at the 45.
An average back would have had a 3-yard loss. That linebacker for City High was right on him, and he shrugged him off and got back to the line of scrimmage anyway.
We'll see if some of the conditioning plays a factor here, as Muscatine is able to rotate, especially on the lines, a little bit more than City High is. Carson Orr with trips right, Nimley in the backfield, Cooper Zeck tight end left. Orr snap, he hands it to Nimley. Nimley is going to fall forward. And I don't know. It depends on if this is the left or right foot spot. I think they're going to mark him just short. They're going to say he's short. I don't know about that spot. I think every other level of football above this gets reviewed. So it's going to be 4th and half a yard for the Muskies.
Field must be a little soft right there. He tripped a little bit on the.
So Muscatine trying to convert on 4th down here. And they're going to get the offsides. There is your offsides penalty. That's the 4th of the night against the Little Hawks, and that'll be a 1st down, Muscatine.
That's all discipline, and we've got the blessed discipline tonight. This is four times they've jumped off. Crucial one, this one.
Brady McDaniel checking into the ball game, the 6'5 receiver. He'll be split out wide left. Gay and Bordy split out to the right.
It's fun to watch Zeck make all the calls out there for him.
Yeah, Zeck's really a leader on the field, calling some protection as well.
Yeah.
So Zeck will come split out left, or shifts the formation one more time, or gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Nimley. Nimley up the middle. Again, a great job from the Muskie offensive line.
I think they have 8 guys on the pile, and he was still moving.
Muscatine. Nimley's not getting touched on his last couple of runs until he's 6 yards into the City High defense.
Yeah, the offensive line has really done an outstanding job.
So that is 2nd down and 2 for the Muskies.
This is the type of drive you want. It takes a lot of time off the clock.
Yep, we're under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Muscatine leading City High 26-17. Stay tuned for your CBI Bank and Trust players of the game afterwards. Orr gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Nimley, everybody went with him, so Orr will get the first down.
That's a great play. You know that everybody's going to stack up on Nimley, and you can get to at least 5 yards.
A big thank you to our sponsors, Kirk Butcher Plumbing, the Vision Center, Uptown Motors and Quality Transport, as well as Rivo Incorporated. And that's another Muscatine Community College first down. We have twins left here, Gay and McDaniel to the left side of the formation. Zek and Bordy split out right, Nimley in the backfield with Carson Orr at quarterback. Orr takes the snap, and he keeps it again off the play fake. And our little run pass option to Gay downfield. Gay's got the ball. Spin move. He's got a chance. Gay inside the 5-yard line. Orr with a pitch, about 6 yards downfield. Again, creative ways to get the ball in your playmaker's hands, and Eli Gay.
Again, that's opening up the playbook, and a beautiful play, and Eli Gay just has so many moves, it's unbelievable.
So it'll be first and goal in the First National Bank red zone as Muscatine looking to expand their lead with 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Gay and McDaniels wide left. Cooper Zek tight right. Nimley in the backfield. Bordy wide right. And Nimley is going to get in without being touched. Touchdown, Tim Nimley. 4 yards.
Unbelievable. Nobody touched him. Our offensive line just blew him out.
Just another great job from the right side of the offensive line. And just an impressive drive for the boys up front for the Muskies.
I think that might be the most impressive drive of the season right there.
Muscatine takes the lead 32-17, 5:58 to play. Carson Bordy on for the extra point. Here's the snap, Orr with the hold. The kick is up, and it's good. Muscatine 33, City High 17. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. It's Muskie homecoming football on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
My hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise.
Au revoir. Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Well, the student section is jumping around a little bit here at Muscatine Stadium. Muscatine leads City High 33-17 in the fourth quarter, 5:58 to play as the Muskies with an impressive drive, like you said, Chuck, before the break, maybe their most impressive drive of the season.
Well, it's against a pretty quality football team, and that makes a lot of difference.
Carson Bordy to kick off after the touchdown. Bordy's kick is fielded by DePringer at the 1-yard line. He's going to bring that up, and he is met. And he keeps fighting through the pile. Good hard return for DePringer, and he's going to get that return out to about the 30-yard line for the Little Hawks.
He's a tough, hard-nosed football player.
Yeah, and he had an uncharacteristic turnover to open up the second half, and that's really been a momentum switch for this ball game. Muscatine able to recover that fumble and scoop it and score to get points without the offensive even having to be on the field this half.
Yeah, that was probably the play of the game. There's no doubt about it.
Well, there's still 5:49 to go. Lots of opportunity for another play. Muscatine, they're hoping that this defense maybe can get another takeaway and get the ball back in the hands of their offense, which seems to be clicking right now. So Kimber looks like he's back on the field after coming off that last defensive possession. Hamilton back to pass. He boots out right. He throws it back across the middle, and the pass is complete to Jacob Means. And now the tempo picking up for the Little Hawks on that first down completion.
That was a good throw. That's a hard throw when you throw across your body.
It's a little bit of a dangerous throw back across the middle.
Yep, dangerous but accurate.
So Means and Kimber out wide for the Little Hawks. Hickman in backfield. He's going to get the play action. Another pass attempt. Intercepted. Tegan Smeltzer. Smeltzer now. He's got it. He's got blockers. He's getting a return here. Smeltzer returns it up to the Little Hawk 44-yard line. So great defensive coverage from the Muskie defensive backfield, and Tegan Smeltzer with a huge interception.
Well, that's the thing about City High we talked about before the game. They want to run the football. They don't like to throw the ball. And although he's going to be a great quarterback, I think right now he's struggling a little bit, and that was a great defensive play by the Muskies.
Well, one of the things, too, with an offense like City High, they're not used to having to read multiple receivers. And he kind of locked into that one route to his fast guy, and they had a safety over the top, and he just overthrew it, and a good interception. Here's the handoff to Nimley. Nimley now breaking tackles, dropping the boom, pushing the pile past the first down marker.
He just knocked number 11 for City High right on his back.
Yeah, Riley Moore coming up to put a hit, the 5'11", 170-pound safety. And he learned real quick what 5'9", 175 pounds of Tim Nimley can do when he's got momentum. So the Muskie offense, 5:17 to play here in the fourth quarter. Muscatine leading 33-17. Coach Mueller signaling in some plays here. Cooper Zeck, Carson Orr, senior leaders on the offense. Cooper's got a big touchdown pass from Orr tonight. Zeck and Hardy wide left. Gay wide right with Nimley in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Nimley. Nimley again, just pushing it. Again, he's not being touched until he's 7 to 8 yards into the secondary.
Yeah, another great job of blocking and running and effortless.
Effortless. That interior of the offensive line, number 55, Tanner Niehaus, number 77, Brandon Bryant, and number 58, Shane Mathias right now exerting their will on the interior defense of the Little Hawks.
I think this is an example of our guys learning Johnston's line, what they did to us last week. Now we're doing it to City High.
And just believing in yourself.
Yep.
And some of that becomes an attitude, and you've got to know that you can take it to your opponent, and there's no better feeling than locking up chest plate to chest plate on a defensive lineman and realizing you're going to win.
I tell you, those 5 linemen there are going to, tell everybody just how they block for one of the great backs.
Yeah, Tim's doing an outstanding job, and a lot of those guys up front, they're all working as a unit. 3 receivers right. Carson Orr gets the snap. Here's the play action fake. Here's the pass to Gay, and into the boundary. They're going to push him, so that will be a gain of 0. It looks like they're going to be a 2nd and 10 here from the Muskie 15-yard line. Excuse me, the Little Hawk 15-yard line. We're in the First National Bank red zone. 4 minutes and counting in the fourth quarter. Muscatine leading 33-17.
That's one of those plays you wished you may not have run. It didn't work very well.
So Zeck will split out tight left. Hardy wide left. Twins right are Gay and Bordy. Nimley in the backfield. Carson Orr. There's the handoff to Nimley. He stretches it out left. Now he turns the corner. He's got a head of steam. Tim Nimley. He's going to mark down at the half-yard line. Nimley trying to get into the end zone. So that's going to be 1st and goal just inside the 1 as the Muscatine Muskies looking to add to their lead. 3:41 to play in the fourth quarter.
I think he might have gotten the end zone, but he wanted to run over that guy.
Yeah, which I appreciate a back who wants to put some pain on the defense.
Oh, yeah, put the leather to him, as they say in the old days.
You weren't around for leather helmets, though.
Pretty close, though.
You're not that old, Chuck.
Hey, I saw some leather helmets.
Carson Orr. And, here's the snap to Cooper Zeck for the touchdown. Brought him in motion, and he ended up taking the direct snap and just a little tight end sneak for the touchdown.
Another Jake Mueller playbook.
You got to love it.
Yep.
Cooper Zeck with his first touchdown rushing on the season.
Well, it's nice to see a kid like that get one.
Former quarterback. Cooper played quarterback for me when I coached him in 8th grade.
Great leader.
Carson Bordy going to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. So Muscatine getting to the 40-point mark, leading the Little Hawks 40-17, 3:28 to play in the fourth quarter. Stepping away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1.
BI Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Mania program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Muscatine High School Stadium. It's the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. Muscatine leading City High with just under 3.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Muscatine 40, City High 17. Chuck Van Heck, good fourth quarter and second half for the Muskies.
At halftime, would have you guessed this would have been the score?
No, it was 12-17. Muscatine trailing at half, and that's going to be fielded at the 2-yard line by the Little Hawks. And good coverage there for the Muskies.
I felt we were going to come out and win the game, but I didn't. I thought it'd be a knockout battle, and we've just taken advantage of everything this second half.
Yeah, everything is, and it's been earned.
Yes.
There's not been a lot that's lucky bounces, lucky calls sort of thing. 2 takeaways in the second half, both turning into touchdowns. 1 a scoop and score, and then this last possession, an interception by Tegan Schmelzer, turning into an offensive touchdown. That's what you have to do when you're given opportunities, not letting them fall by the wayside. Finishing it, scoring touchdowns.
It's one of those games where, your offense, your defense, and your special teams have gotten the job done.
Muscatine did suffer a penalty on that return, and so it's going to be, looked like that might have been a personal foul.
Must have been.
And so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Little Hawks. Hamilton still back at quarterback. And he's going to hand it off to number 4. That is Douglas Birch in a tailback.
Well, I know our defensive coaches are down there, and they don't want to give up anything here.
No, you'd like to get a shutout in the second half.
They're chomping at the bit to get this done. Although we're starting to play some of our second teamers.
So pass from Hamilton. That is completed.
It's completed, but
number 18, Jonah Weichel.
We had 2 defenders there, and it didn't get into a big play.
Yeah,
so.
Tovar all season long has done the little things at the cornerback position that often go unnoticed. His positioning all season long has been outstanding.
I would say he's one of the better in the district.
Yeah, and he kind of goes unsung because people just don't throw to him because he's always in the right spot. Hamilton a shotgun. He's going to keep it on that. And Jonah Cook ready to meet him in the and there the ball is out.
I think they
let's see.
I think it gave forward progress.
All right. So it will be 4th and 2.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th and 2 here with just about 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Muscatine against City High. Muscatine again leading 40-17. Big thank you to Bosch Pest Control. Don't squash them. Bosch them. And Uptown Motors voted your best used car dealer and full service department. Snap to Hamilton. He hands it off to Birch, and he is going to be short. Excuse me, actually, Hamilton was out at quarterback. Quincy Wells in a quarterback for the Little Hawks. So it looks like Muscatine's going to take over on downs. And the Muskies, with 1:44 to go in the fourth quarter, looking to just salt this one away.
I think Coach is going to.
Might we see Sam Wieskamp under center here for the Muskies?
Yeah, I think we'll see some new uniforms out there, which is great.
It looks like we've still got Nimley and Orr, but Sean Brown in a receiver along with McDaniel. Minute 44 to go here. Or hands it off to Nimley. Nimley, he's going to push the pile.
Takes an extra 10 seconds off the clock for him to tackle him.
And the pile is stacked so deep, it takes a while to unpile it. So it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Muskies at the Little Hawk 23-yard line. Here comes the wholesale substitution.
There we go. That's
Sam Wieskamp in at quarterback. Mentor Cooper, the sophomore tailback, going to get some snaps here at the varsity level. Sean Brown out wide. Wieskamp's going to keep it. He's all alone.
Look at that.
Sam, he's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Wieskamp on the quarterback keeper. The young junior quarterback.
They showed all his wheels there.
The young man can move. If you are just tuning in or you're a City High fan listening, Sam Wieskamp, yes, the younger brother of Hawkeye basketball player Joe Wieskamp, a fine quarterback in his own right.
There's Grandma and Grandpa right down there in front of us cheering.
Great touchdown there for the young junior. So Carson Bordy in for another extra point as Muscatine looking to take a 30-point lead. And that kick is blocked. I got to stop predicting that it's going to go through.
That's our only weakness of the second half, a block kick.
So Muscatine leading 46-17. We're going to leave it right here. We're under a minute to go here, Chuck. This is probably going to be City High is going to run the clock out here after this kickoff. Muscatine running the ball, running their offense with their backup, Sam Wieskamp. Just nobody accounted for him. That's a 27-yard touchdown run.
He'll remember that all his life. That's a great thing for him.
Showing the speed.
Everybody will enjoy the dance tomorrow night.
Yes, homecoming week. We had the parade last night. We've had fun spirit days all week in the school district. Communities come out and support these kiddos. And everyone doing kiddos. Can you tell I'm the father of 3 children under the age of 7?
You have some kiddos.
Yeah, I have kiddos. These are young adults doing outstanding work. Student section, loud and proud, still here supporting their teammates. It's going to be a fun weekend in Muscatine, that's for certain.
Well, they deserve it. They've worked hard, and a lot of people, probably including myself before the season started, really had a lot of question marks about this football team. And they're showing people that they are a good team.
Yeah, it's been a good blend of, young talent. We talk about the sophomores, but you mentioned Cooper Zek and the leadership. There's some tremendous leadership in the senior and junior class helping bring these young players along, and everybody seems to be on the same page. Carson Bordy with the kickoff. That's going to be fielded. Short kick, fielded by City High. Couldn't quite see the number. Nice return there.
Yeah.
It looked like that might have been number 7, maybe Matthew Cologne.
I think being around this team a little bit, you can tell they really like each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I was actually thinking that as well.
And that's really important. You know?
There are talented teams that sometimes are fractured.
That's right.
This is a talented team that seems to be on the same page. Even in defeat last week against Johnston, you didn't see bad body language. You didn't see guys' heads dropping. You saw guys still communicating with one another. That's what we see on defense. The communication is so good as well.
They didn't blame each other. They just said,
onward.
We'll get better, and this is a good example.
Birch on the quarterback sweep. Jonah Cook strings him out. And then number 30 into the ballgame for Muscatine. That's Quentin Middaugh with the tackle. 44 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Muscatine leading 46-17. And some more substitutions as outstanding performance from the middle linebackers, Brendan Broders and Will Zillig. They get to come off the field.
They had a ton of tackles tonight.
Yeah, tall order dealing with Tonka Hickman in the second half. There was no place for Tonka to go.
No. This is one of the better home games I've seen in quite quite a while.
Yeah, one of the best second halves of football I've seen at the high school level in several years.
Especially the second half.
As the clock continues to wind in the fourth quarter, and we don't even need another snap. We'll be interested to see if City High does snap it. Birch, he's going to hand it off. Actually, he's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and they are going to get the first down. 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
Well, there's one thing, Coach Sabres' team might get beat, but they're not going to quit.
Nope, not at all. And again, Dan Saber is one of the fine high school football coaches in all of the state and really the Midwest.
And a very nice person.
And quarterback Church will go out of bounds as time expires. And that's going to be your ball game, folks. Muscatine moving to 4-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play with a 46-17 victory over the Iowa City High Little Hawks. And we'll be back in 2 minutes to put a bow on this one for you. It's Muskie football on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1.
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
If your bathroom is dull and boring, stop by Rivo in Muscatine to view Kohler bathroom and kitchen products. Rivo's showroom will help you with ideas and work with you to create a custom design. Is your sink stopped up? How about a dripping faucet? Rivo's talented team is ready to handle your plumbing problems. Rivo is the area's leading plumber and is now available to customers on the Illinois side of the river. Rivo is family owned and dedicated. Enjoy personalized service located at 1010 East 9th across from Family Video in Muscatine. Like Rivo on Facebook for examples of their work.
Uptown Motors reminds you it's time to winterize your vehicle, and Uptown Service is here to help. We'll inspect your vehicle's tires, belts, hoses, and more for the weather ahead and recommend any work to be done, including engine tune-ups. With winter driving comes an increased risk of collision. Uptown Motors has you covered with our new body shop. We make a stressful experience less painful with free.
At Non-Emergency Transport, we serve as an extension to your family by providing prompt and comfortable transportation for the elderly, individuals in wheelchairs, medical patients, or anyone in need. Whether it's a doctor's appointment, hospital discharge, or even a family event, 24/7. Non-Emergency Transport services the Muscatine, Quad City, and Iowa City areas. Call 299-3513 today. Non-Emergency Transport, safe transport. That's our promise to you.
And I love telling people how many miles it has.
Remember Toyota of Muscatine and be as confident as this guy.
And we are back as the Muscatine Muskies have defeated Iowa City High on homecoming 46 to, was it, wait, hold, they turned the scoreboard off on 17. Me. 46-17. 34 unanswered points for the Muskies in the second half, Chuck. Joel Krausar, Chuck Van Heck. And, we mentioned a little bit before the end of the half, I'm not sure that wasn't the best half of football that I haven't seen in a long time for the purple and gold team.
Well, me either. I just, we performed well on everything, offense, defense, and the special teams. You just couldn't ask for a better effort.
And that's what kicked it off. Opening kickoff of the second half, Muscatine down 12-17 on the opening kickoff. A fumble that Dalen Schangowski scoops and scores on, giving them the lead, giving them the momentum, and really from that point forward, it was all Muskies.
It sure was. And we knew, I was very certain that we were going to win that football game, but I thought it was going to be close and a tough ball game. But, Nimley just took over in the second half then after that play and just destroyed everybody. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And the great offensive line play in the second half for those five guys up front, Neathouse, Matthias, Brandon Bryant, Stoltzfus, and Lobianco. Those guys just owned the second half. Led to a touchdown pass then from Carson Orr to Zach Hardy for 17 yards. And then Muscatine just got it rolling. Tim Nimley with a 4-yard touchdown run. Cooper Zach then with a 1-yard touchdown run on the kind of trick play, tight end sneak, quarterback sneak, where the tight end in motion scored for Cooper's second touchdown of the night. And then Sam Wieskamp capping it off. Backup quarterback coming in, catching everybody off guard with a 25-yard touchdown run, to close down the night for the Muskies.
Well, we all knew he had great speed, so that was no problem.
Right. Sam's known for that. No, we love that kid. Sam actually has a big arm. That's one thing I think a lot of teams, if we do get in a position where Sam comes in, he's got a big-time arm as a quarterback.
Yeah, he can throw the football as well as anybody. And he's just a wonderful guy.
No, absolutely. And one of the things we've seen with these kids is they are playing well as a team.
Yeah, as I said earlier, they like each other. They're very coachable. They do everything our coaches ask them to do. And I know talking with DJ the other night, he said, I've had more fun coaching this team because they're all good kids and they all want to get better and they all listen and work hard. And as a coach, that's fun. Like we said earlier, you've had some teams that might be really talented, but they didn't get along or whatever. And it was just a tough year for a coach that way.
Well, and sometimes when you have a team that has youthful talent, and sometimes upperclassmen can resent that.
Right.
This team has talent at 3 levels, but the upperclassmen are encouraged. They are bringing these young guys along. There's 10 sophomores who dress on this varsity team, and there's 5 or 6 of them who play a lot of snaps. And you can't have sophomores having that level of success without experience and leadership bringing them along.
Well, these seniors, winning has not been easy for them. And now with these younger kids with this talent, they're getting a chance to win, and they know that, and it feels great. And as a result, they really appreciate those younger kids, and it's welded into a really great team.
And that kind of brings us to our CBI Bank and Trust players of the game on offense. Who do we have for our player of the game tonight?
Well, it's got to be Tim Nimley as far as I'm concerned. You could name the whole line probably, but once he got through the line, time after time, he just pounded on yardage and wore out City High's defense. So just a great effort on his part.
And then defensively, a shutout in the second half. No points surrendered for the Muskies. A lot of that has to do with those linebackers in the middle.
Yeah, the 2 linebackers have just played an outstanding game. And then who defense Kimber?
Actually, they kind of rotated, but Tovar played a lot with Kimber. So I think we can give Trey Tovar might be the pick. Brendan Broders and Will Zillig had a lot of tackles tonight. But Trey Tovar, keeping a guy who's averaging 20 yards per touch to, I think he maybe had 1 or 2 first down catches, and that was it.
I think a lot of colleges are going to look at that Kimber, and tonight he played as defensively as well as he's going to get played. No big plays, one maybe out of him, but that was it.
He'd look really good in maroon and white in Sioux City. That's my plug. For the number one team in NAIA.
They don't need any more players.
The number 1 team in NAIA, the Morningside Mustangs.
I like their head coach.
Yeah, Steve Ryan, North Scott guy.
Yep.
Deke Ryan,
he's an Eldridge guy.
Yeah, as you know, he gave me my first coaching job, so I will hold everything indebted to him. But this is all about the Muskies tonight.
Yep.
And Coach Jake Mueller off to a 4-1 start this season, 1-0 in the district. Our CBI Bank and Trust players of the game on defense, Trey Tovar. On offense, Tim Nimley. A big thank you to all of our sponsors. Toyota of Muscatine will have a lot of highlights from this game. First National Bank of Muscatine, Westside Store and Godfather's Pizza, Great Clips, Muscatine Community College, Rivo Incorporated, Uptown Motors, Quality Transport, Affordable Metal Manufacturing, the Vision Center PC, Pete's Tap. They're going to have some business tonight, I have a feeling. Community Bank and Trust, Kirk Butcher Plumbing, the Burrito Factory, Bosch Pest Control, Trucks Unlimited, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Harper's Cycling and Fitness. Chuck, this is old hat for you. You're like a real pro up here.
Oh, I enjoy it, and I appreciate getting a chance to do it once in a while. You guys do a great job, and, I'm going to sit back tomorrow and watch this game and just relax and enjoy it because especially the second half, great fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You can catch this game on Muscatine Power and Water Digital Cable, Channel 9 and 709 all weekend long. And then also you can go see it. You don't even have to wait till tonight. You can do it right tonight on voiceofmuscatine.com. We'll have the video live right up here within minutes. You'll be able to rewatch this entire football game. Thanks so much from Joel Krausar and my partner Chuck Van Heck. Keep listening to Live Muskie Athletics on the Voice of Muscatine KWPC tomorrow. Cyclones in Akron right here on KWPC, and then tomorrow night the big one in Kinnick Stadium. Number 7 ranked Wisconsin comes in and plays Iowa. The winner will be the favorite in the Big Ten West, and you can catch that game on 93.1 Vintage Sound.
Not rock'em sock'em game.
That's going to be a fun one. If you like offensive and defensive line play, Wisconsin and Iowa is must-see television. So signing off from high atop Muscatine Community Stadium, I'm Joel Krausar and Chuck Van Heck. Tim Scott doing a great job back in the studio, and we will be back with you next week as Muscatine travels to Pleasant Valley. Thanks so much.
KWPC.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies.